storm through ash and smoke. War pugs never waver, swift, decisive stroke. Camaraderie of armor, greatest thick as steel. Unyielding, undaunted, our destiny we seal. Good times rise with war crimes in the heat of battle. We shine, tanks still singing in the night. We fight with all our might. On this endless war field, storm through ash and smoke. All bugs never waver, swift, decisive stroke. Camaraderie our armor, greatest thick as steel. Unyielding, undaunted, our destiny we seal. Good times rise with war crimes in the heat of battle. We shine, tanks still singing in the night. We fight with all our might.
War Pugs. Hey guys. All right, so I don't expect a lot of people here tonight. I know everybody's got things going on. I mainly have this going. Like the main reason I have this and I'm doing this is because there were times in my life where I could not make it to be with my family and be around my family during the holidays. I remember that there were a lot of times that when I was in the military that, you know, being home for the holidays wasn't a thing. It just really wasn't a thing. I had 6 years without a single Thanksgiving around my family. Now, as far as here, like if you guys are worried that, you know, I'm, you know, taking time away or anything like that or anything for the holidays, what's going to happen is I'm actually doing this live stream, and what's going to happen is I'm going to take the recordings from this live stream for, you know, the Bruva Alfabusa, everything like that. I'm going to pull them out of the live stream, clip them, and re-upload them, and that's going to be for Saturday. Now, the reason for Saturday is because that's when at this house we're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, because a couple of things happened. Namely, it had to deal with the turkey. It had to deal with the turkey. The turkey is still a block of ice, and we don't know why. We put it in water. We did everything that we could over the past couple of days, but the thing, it persistently stayed a brick. So we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving on Saturday here. And it's going to give us time to actually go out to the store, stuff like that, where things aren't so crazy. I just want to tell you guys, like, if we're talking about Thanksgiving, the things that I'm really thankful for is this community has been completely unbelievable to me, and there's been so much. Yeah, the fridge is probably too cold. We did take it out, but it is what it is. We're still going to have Turkey Day on Saturday, but this community has been absolutely amazing. My wife has been incredible this past year. I'm in a new house. We have we may have some new puglars coming soon. I don't quite know yet, but we'll find out. Yeah. There's so much to be happy about right now for me. There really is so much for me happy about. And I do stress out way too much. I stress so much about things. I'm always, you know, having a look at, you know, I'm always second guessing myself, everything like that. I'm doing all of that. But at the end of the day, what I have, and it's amazing to me, I have an amazing community of 30,000 people, which I can't even really fathom. And I have a beautiful wife who has not stopped beating me.
Oh, Shut up.
and making me feel bad. And
Oh yeah.
she
but
the other
wonderful.
and she actually is wanting to do a whole bunch of other stuff this Saturday. She has a fully functioning kitchen for the first time in years.
Oh, I can't wait to cook.
She can't wait to get on that. She can't wait to do all that kind of stuff, and she wants to do all this other homesteading stuff. She's ready to go for that. We have the land for that now, which is amazing.
Come spring.
And yeah, come spring, we're hoping to be able to do all that kind of stuff. Well, the great thing is, like, as far as all that goes, is, you know, we're still trying to find, you know, things to really hold on to. Sometimes it's rough, Warpugs, and that was a pun, but sometimes it is rough, and sometimes, you know, things seem hard, and things can be very hard. But the one thing to hold on to is, as long as you're still moving, as long as you're still going, there is always a better tomorrow within reach, no matter how many things seem to pile up. And I can tell you guys that is the absolute truth, because I've been living it. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for joining me during this time. If you were like I have been in the past, away from home, and can't get home for Thanksgiving, know that, you know, I know where you're coming from. I know some people might be feeling kind of melancholic right now because of that reason, and that's the reason I wanted to do this stream. I actually argued with myself over it, if I should do it or not, and I decided to go ahead and do it. So if you can't come anywhere, come here and just spend some time with the old man. And to those of you who are trying to get away from family right now, welcome. We're going to watch some things. We're going to enjoy them. And like I said, I'm going to make them their own independent videos so that on Saturday I can put those up for when the wife is having turkey day. I have been restricted from doing anything on Saturday, so that's what it's going to be. But first, oh my goodness. Today we're going to be checking out Bruva Alpha. The first thing we're going to be checking out is Bruva Alfabusa here, okay? And that is going to be the first thing. So this is half demon, all hunter. It's boy's story, and it's a parenting audio log. Now, the audio log from the text-to-speech boy was probably one of the best audio logs, period. But now here we go with boy. Warpugs, it's Bruva Alfabusa. It's just going to be... It's going to be everything that we need packed into a solid package. And I hope you guys are having a great day, okay? Oh yeah, slacker. Homesteading, composting veggies, animals, composting can take a month depending on weather. That is very true. She's going to be doing all that, and it is going to be a lot. So, sit back. I hope you're warm and cozy. Let's get into Half Demon, All Hunter, the boy story. Let's go. Ooh. Hunter the Parenting is a fan-based multi-game line chronicle with its own central canon, hinged in World of Darkness' 5th edition, but with blocks from all early editions and game lines implemented per our likes and preferences. Take the lore as presented in our works, along and with that integral grain of salt. Our hunters always work off imperfect knowledge, even Big D, and the World of Darkness is a place of secrets, not truce. Never assume anything is prescribed. The World of Darkness setting is modular by design. The lore and world building presented in Hunter the Parenting may be entirely different or absent from any official canon or any other chronicle, including yours. If you wish to use the canons we presented for your own purposes, we would only be happy. Just be wary that it is HTP canon, not necessarily any official canon. Disclaimer has been read. How are you guys? Hey, repressed, man. Thank you, bud. God, thank you, bud. All right. She's standing there watching me. Hold on a second. I've got to do something. We have to do sneaky breaky. Go ahead. She's sneaking past right now. You see, it's not so much the fact that we've had to take these measures because she will crawl across the floor, and we already know that. I'm going to turn on this heater for her because she gets cold, and that's the nature of things.
It's really cold in the next couple nights.
It is going to be cold the next couple of nights. It's going to be like 20 degrees. Repressed man, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I mean, 10 gifted subs. I'm an idiot. Memberships. There we go. Memberships. One day I might start streaming on Stream, but what am I doing?
Yeah, tonight it's going to be 37, but for like the foreseeable future until the end of winter, it's going to be at least in the 20s.
Cold. Let's go.
The night
Thank
was
you,
almost
Repress.
pitch black. Rain falling like the tears of angels.
Yes.
As Akira Cross stood on a rooftop
Oh.
overlooking Aku City.
Oh.
The rain was heavy and cold like his heart
Oh.
as he looked down on the evil city.
Evil.
Filled with the evil
Speaking of evil, Lorgar.
creatures of darkness that made him so disgusted. He swept the red highlighted black hair from his pale face, turning his face towards the dark sky. The rain masking his tears that fell from his brown eyes as he thought back to that fateful day that brought him.
I forgot how horribly
I understand,
long and
Anubis.
boring
I'm sorry,
the drive
bud.
to the chapter house is. I left my Diaz at home. Entertain me.
I would, Marcus, but I think Sodi might need some help with the wheel.
I need no such thing.
Yes, you do.
Sodi! Turn, please turn, please turn.
Oh, now we got pen all over the page.
Aww.
Well, alley-oop.
Fine, I'll entertain myself with trash.
There you go.
What's this?
Oh, I did.
Uh-oh.
Couponing. You can. Hey, boy.
Boy?
What you doing?
Are you winning, son?
Just writing stuff.
What are you writing?
Oh, it's a kind of story.
A story, huh? Do tell.
Well, for the past little while now, I've been working on a story that I'd really like to get published.
Published, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can I see it?
But, well, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. What
Why?
if you loathe it?
Oh.
I understand your hesitation, son, but know that we all support you.
Yeah, don't be nervous. We're your family. It's not like we got anything better to do on the car ride to Occam's. Ain't that right, love?
No, right, pull right!
So you for tailgating?
Yeah, I'm sure I'd love to.
We all know somebody that drives like this. This is not a shocker. We all know somebody that drives like this.
Yeah.
Boy, I am willing to proofread your story. But you must know, if you do not wish to share your tale with us now, you have no obligation to...
Okay, so all the good stories on the internet usually have something called a beta reader that you have look at your stuff. So I took the liberty of making a copy for everyone.
Oh, it seems you've been preparing
Nice.
for this.
Nice.
Jesus, how many pages is this? No wonder the printer was out of ink.
Marcus, ink is replaceable. Boyhood wonder is not.
Truth.
Sodi, that was a stop sign.
We had right of way.
Sodi, that was a red light!
I was over the line. Over the line.
Sodi, you're supposed to go around the roundabout, not through it!
Okay, roundabouts are bullshit, and they're a method of control brought upon us by a tyrannical government. Going through the roundabout is the best way to show your rebellion. I'm just saying.
So that's why they call it that.
Hey, Dad, you doing your best to not get us arrested?
No.
Or killed?
What? Yeah, sure.
Father,
All right.
Boy has written a story he would like for us to read.
Oh, what a creative little scam! Why, I'd love to.
You can't tell him that while he's driving. He will throw on the emergency brakes, or he'll try to read it while he is driving.
D, you're driving.
Or doing something that resembles it.
You can't! That's true!
That's okay, Grampy. You can maybe just listen and
No.
tell us all what you think.
Nonsense!
Exactly.
I shall partake. For my darling grandchild, there is nothing in this world I would not do for you.
Note the spelling of grandchild there. I'm just saying.
I would stare deep into a burning eclipse, punch 100 Jaguars, even eat a shapely boulder like a common household velociraptor.
Everything
What?
you just described is extremely dangerous.
Well, I don't want any of that. I just want you to hear my story.
Then support your creativity we shall. Nailed it!
We should read Boy's story before we all die.
Yeah.
Right. Say, boy, what's this story about?
Okay.
Hey,
So,
Dragon Rider.
This story's
This is
called
going pretty good.
Akira Cross Vampire Slayer. It's about Akira Cross, who's this
Vampire Slayer.
Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
Don't patronize me.
Well, I have consumed countless miles worth of text on sharing sites and online blogs. If you want me to play hardball, I am a connoisseur in the field of literature written by 11-year-olds and stand ready to viscerally tear apart your story limb by limb.
Joy.
Marcus is
No.
sleeping in the chimney if you do your internet critic bit right now.
Man, you're coming at me from all sides. I see how it is.
Uncle, I am open to all feedback.
Bunkle.
I fear nothing but pain, death, and
Horse. Horse.
You said this was a vampire slaying tale?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Tremendous! You'd know all about that, wouldn't you, you little dead-eye? Well,
Deadeye?
it is hard to read the script and avoid collisions at the same time. Perhaps you could, read us in. Assign us roles as things progress.
sure. Okay. Here goes.
Yeah.
The night was almost pitch black, rain falling like the tears of angels. As Akira Cross stood on a rooftop overlooking Aku City. The rain was heavy and cold like his heart.
Yes.
As he looked down on the evil city, filled with the evil creatures of darkness that made him so disgusted. He swept the red highlighted black hair from his pale face.
The redhead hair. The English is a thing. The red hair. I'm just hitting the button. I
Turning his face toward the dark sky, the rain masking his tears that fell from his brown eyes as he thought back to that fateful day that brought him there. Akira came from the legendary Cross family, a clan of vampires hunters from all around
vampire
the world.
hunters. Yes.
His father Slab was a master chief in the Marines before he became a vampire hunter, and his mom Yumi was a priestess who hunted demons in Japan.
I was willing to give it about 30 seconds past the name where he called himself Akira Cross and talked about red highlighted black hair. This is they need to remove his Crunchyroll credentials now.
Ah, the yokai. Many a fearsome creature under that designation.
Sorry, boy, I don't mean to digress, but have you actually fought yokai before, Sodi?
Ah,
I mean, I've heard, stories about there being special vampires in Southeast Asia, but never anything about a confirmed yokai sighting.
yokai? Why, the true to life was the Dover demon. But Kuei Jin? Mistakes, fantasies, delusions of those who dream of the mysterious Orient. At best, a cute misunderstanding. At worst, a vile Occidental conspiracy to prevent you from supporting your local Vietnamese takeaway.
God, I wish I got that
The fuck?
recorded.
Right, but what about yokai in general?
Oh, yes. Just as there are various and sundry cryptid critters in Western nations, so too do mysterious beings exist in the East. Take, for example, the dreaded and pernicious...
Please, we've heard the Onryo story 1,000 times.
I haven't heard it once.
Have you now?
You got knackered with some salaryman, found yourself at a third-floor girls' restroom at a high school, then managed to summon Hanako-san.
What?
And I fist fought her.
Come on, Dad. Everyone's already heard the toilet ghost story.
Who's Hanako?
Oh, apparently not.
Well, first of all, it wasn't
Yes.
just Hanako-san. It was her three-headed lizard as well. I was nearly dragged into hell through that toilet. Thank you very much. Second, that wasn't what I was going to say in the least.
Drowned in a toilet by a Japanese middle schooler with a three-headed lizard. I haven't seen that anime, I'm just saying.
No. What I speak of is the fearsome Kappa.
The Kappa? You mean the little duck turtle guys that hang out by rivers and eat cucumbers?
Precisely them! In a land surrounded by water and covered in a latticework of rivers and streams, the Kappa is one of the most dangerous apex predators imaginable. They swim like torpedoes from hell. They're strong enough to pull a fully grown stallion into the water, have teeth sharp enough to shred its liver in an instant. They have 3 anuses and release enough toxic gas to choke a bear.
3 buttholes.
And if they don't trigger your fat from your hollow, marrowless bones, do you know what they do?
Oh.
They pull your soul right out of your sphincter!
Okay, no, come on, now you're just pulling my leg.
You think I jest about anal soul extraction?
You've lied about worse
You've
things.
been to the country, you know! But fine, if you don't believe me, ask your friend Grimmerly when we get to the chapter house.
Okay.
Please don't.
I'm almost certain she could tell you all about it, what with her unyielding love of Japanese culture.
She can tell me about anal soul extraction?
I think you mean she can tell you about kappas in general. Oh, well, honestly, I wouldn't rule out at least knowing about anal soul extraction.
When the
Why is the phrase anal soul extraction actually a thing?
threat of rectal shenanigans, you only defense is a tight clench and a cucumber at the ready to placate the thieving magpie. Or you could bow at it so the water in the little divot in its head falls out and it can't move any longer. Then you pour some more water in and become best friends for eternity unending.
I don't-
Those were the days.
Please.
Oh, hey, Dor, thought you fell asleep.
I believe it is time we return to the story.
Let's go.
We have spent a great deal of time on anus attacking monsters without giving Boy meaningful feedback.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay, Dad. I was getting lots of good notes. I'm gonna include kappas in the story somewhere.
Please
Why?
do
Not.
not.
Okay? No butt stuff. Anyways, he and his younger twin brother Ryu trained every day at their mansion in Japan,
Okay.
which is actually an old castle from the feudal era.
It's feudal.
They trained to use katanas and sharkins.
Sharkins.
Sharkins?
You know, like Sasuke has? The throwy star things?
Oh, shuriken. Yeah, you'll want to change the spelling. Otherwise, people might think they threw sharks around as weapons.
I don't
Which would be
know.
badass.
I kind of like the mental image of vampire hunters whipping sharks at monsters.
Okay.
How about
They
not,
trained
Black
to
Lord?
use katanas and shurikens, and their mom taught them spells for binding demons and ghosts. But
Nice.
Akira's favorite training was the gun training he had with his dad.
Nice.
Because he loved to shoot assault rifles, and sometimes his dad would bring home experimental guns like the crystal pistol,
Crystal
which were
pistol.
always cool.
A crystal pistol, you say? Just to ensure I'm witnessing its form in the mind's eye theater correctly, is this a pistol made of crystal, or a pistol that fires crystals?
That's a.
Or perhaps, is it both?
If it's the gun I'm thinking of, it shoots crystals that violently explode into shards on contact. Am I right? I bet I'm right.
Yeah, that's how it works, but the crystals are different.
Oh,
'Cause
okay,
they're
there's-
magic crystals.
Yes.
I absolutely shudder to think of the ramifications to the U.S. government.
Dragon, I wasn't thinking it, but now I am. That would be the way that they cook meth, Jesse.
Actually harness the power of crystal bullets in their weaponry.
Father, I do not believe the United States would even be interested in developing crystal ammunition.
Yes, they
even
would.
without factoring for the low density of most crystalline materials and the likelihood of shattering upon firing, let alone upon contact. The logistics and cost of carving crystals into the proper bullet shape at a high enough rate of production to outfit even one soldier would quickly outweigh any benefits. Though, perhaps, if one was to house a crystal within a proper casing...
No, the casing would just get in the way. For any crystal's effects to take hold, the crystal must make direct contact with the flesh of the target.
Uh-huh.
I remember not long ago, I was accosted outside the legally distinct obese feline by a drunken man claiming to be a druid and brandishing a knife made of pure jasper.
The legally distinct obese feline. That's one hell of a name of a strip club, I'm just saying.
As you do. If you know anything about jasper, you know it protects the bearer
Dragon, I'm convinced Kentucky Ballistics would have it first. I'm convinced Kentucky Ballistics would have it first.
from negative energies. But when weaponized, it can fill its victim with all of the negative energy ensconced within its crimson form. As I learned when the druid housed his blade right into my lower abdomen. Though I quickly managed to slam dunk the druid into a nearby gutter. For days after, I found myself mired in malaise and malcontention.
Ooh.
Stifled under the weight of all of the negativity now pervading my body, thanks to that damned Jasper.
Dad, are you sure you weren't feeling bad because you know...
Got stabbed?
Do you think I haven't been stabbed before, young man? I know the difference between a normal stabbing and a negatively charged stabbing. But I'm sorry, my sweet boy. I've sent us far afield once more. Continue.
Starting to wonder if I should have said no comments until the end, please. Whatever.
Whatever.
Everyone was happy in their peaceful lives. But all that changed one fateful day. It was after dinner when the vampires attacked. Slab took his favorite double-barrel shotgun. I typoed. Slab took his favorite double-barrel shotgun, which was loaded with UV bullets, and
Yeah.
ran to the courtyard of the canyon.
Tangent.
Pardon me, boy, but is that a typo too?
Huh? Oh, canyon? No, it's it's a mansion that's a castle. So a canyon. I can switch it to Massel if that makes more sense, though.
No,
Personally,
I
I'd
like
say
it.
stick with either mansion or castle. The portmanteau might be a bit confusing.
Portman's toe?
Continue.
Oh, this is Slab's part. You want to read this, Dad?
Yes, Slab.
Take the kids and run.
Slab shouted at Yumi, and he open-fired his way out of the house, while Yumi grabbed Akira and Ryu and ran. But she only made it to the private dock in their backyard when they came face to face with their greatest enemy, Gilgamesh, the king of Urukai!
Oh no, not ancient Mesopotamian mythology? Or is he an orc? Mesopotamian orc?
He was a massive man with a massive beard and an evil smile full of razor-sharp teeth.
Yes!
Right! That's exactly what he looked like!
He laughed loudly and
Evilly, yes!
Grampy, you're really loud. Maybe you should read for Gilgamesh.
Yes!
It would be an honor, sweet child. Did you actually think you could escape from me? Oh, pathetic.
As he laughed, he tossed a body at Yumi,
A body?
knocking her off her feet. It was the body of Slab,
No!
drained
Door!
of all its blood. Yumi broke down in tears, unable to fight back against Gilgamesh's incredible power.
Hey, Vance.
She pleaded with Akira and Ryu to run away, but they were quickly caught by Gilgamesh's wicked henchmen.
Ah!
Akira was forced to watch as Gilgamesh bit his mother and brother in the throat,
Oh, that
quickly
sucks.
draining them of all their blood.
Stop!
Big D has PTSD.
I'm sorry, please. I just need a moment to compose myself.
Oh no. Oh.
Dad, are you okay?
No, he's not.
You're not having a flashback, are you?
He is.
No, just not only have the rock upon which the family foundation was built, the honorable slab, laid to ruin,
Yes.
but to see the very lives of the sweet, nurturing Yumi and the rambunctious scamp Ryu
Oh.
snuffed out so viciously.
Yes.
I knew Gilgamesh was a vile fiend, but this is truly a new low of villainy.
True.
How could I not be moved to tears at the tragedy of it?
Yes.
I mean, I'm having a hard time.
Marcus? Nice.
All right. Okay. We're good. I'm good. Please continue.
As Gilgamesh laughed evilly once more, Akira had enough. He
Yes.
screamed, feeling a burning rage
And he went Super Saiyan.
rising inside of him, and suddenly there was a flash of light. He unleashed all of his anger into a burning aura and formed a giant flaming katana in his hand, cutting down the vampire that had captured him.
Oh,
His parents had never had the chance to tell him and Ryu, but his father was descended from the Nephilim,
Ooh.
ancient angels, and his mom was descended from Yukai, Japanese demons. This made him half American, half Japanese, half Nephilim, and half Yukai,
Full weeb.
which made him extremely powerful.
Yes. He literally has the power of God and anime on his side.
yokai and human together. The blood in that hybrid is as potent as they come. Akira is among the most powerful entities I've ever heard spoken of, even in legend.
Oh, sorry to interrupt again, but there's something I've come to notice.
Okay.
You don't appear to use commas in your writing. Is that a stylistic choice, or...?
What's a comma?
There you go.
Commas are an admission of defeat in syntax form. They are for people who have no confidence in their own words. They speak of hesitance, of pausing. And you should never pause. Speak your words as lightning.
In addition to teaching Boyd about ancient literature, such as the Epic of Gilgamesh, Father insisted that he preside over Boyd's grammar lessons.
Did anybody not see how much of a mistake that was? Avalon, how's it going?
Which, as you can see, went about as well as our math lesson.
Sweet.
Don't think I can't hear your sarcasm, son of mine. I taught you all to be mavericks of the written word.
I'll spell your name with a comma after every letter.
Son, you curse me so.
Break.
What a rush! I love driving.
Continue before we crash, boy.
Yes.
He mowed down wave after wave of vampires with his angry soul.
Angry.
But he knew he wasn't ready to fight Gilgamesh yet, so he jumped into the river and was washed away to safety. That was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Now, Akira was back in Aku City,
Yes!
seeking the final, truest vengeance against his mortal, immortal enemy.
Oh.
By Jove, what an absolutely cracking introduction this was! I have no words.
None.
Beyond the words I said earlier, of course.
Of course.
But it had thrills, it had chills, it had gut-wrenching tragedy. I couldn't think of a better beginning than this.
Okay.
I think it could probably use a little expansion. This is
Marcus. My guy, enough.
a big, life-changingly awful thing that happened, and you've got maybe a paragraph or two on it. Maybe make it a whole chapter unto itself. Flesh it out. Really lay the angst on thick.
Well, I like it so far. It just needs a once-over with spell check and some commas is all.
How dare!
Perhaps specify that the crystal pistol uses shelled crystals rather than crystal bullets.
What?
Is that really all you
What?
have?
Anyway, back to it.
It was time
Yes,
to get to
Dragon.
work. He put on his headphones and put his favorite song on his LG chocolate.
Okay.
Crazy Frog. He chuckled ironically. Some might say he was pretty crazy after all, like the Crazy Frog.
What?
Actually, it's not the Crazy Frog. Its actual name is The Annoying Thing. Crazy Frog is the name of the song.
Marcus put on his favorite artist, The Annoying Thing.
Yeah.
Marcus chuckled ironically. Some might say he was pretty annoying.
Fucking God.
Son-in-law, you crushed my son into the ground like a hydraulic press with your potent modes of humiliation.
The
Yes.
song is in fact called Axel F, as it is a cover of the theme from Beverly Hills Cop and not an original song.
No.
Additionally, the character may have originally been called The Annoying Thing, but its name was changed to Crazy Frog. You're wrong on both accounts, brother.
Oh, God, not you. Hey, wait. Since when did you know fuck all about Crazy Frog?
Since my son began his obsession with that mind-numbing nudist.
He's not nudie though. A lot of cartoon characters are just drawn like that.
Boy, you can see his penis.
Wait, what?
Are we sure
Wait,
we
what?
all watched the same video?
Oi! Let's continue.
Yeah.
He leaped off of the 50-story tall building and shot like a rocket to the street below. The force of his landing and his steel-toed boots making a crater in the street where he landed. The
Definitely anime.
rainwater bounced off of his black trench coat, which looked almost like a straitjacket, and his black and red chain rave pants as he walked.
Now, where have I seen a wardrobe like that before? Marcus?
Not the
Marcus.
big and tall persuasion like myself, fat pants provide both ample breathing room and storage space. They're handy and they make me look cool. Can
I cannot unforget Jinko jeans. I can't unforget them. I really can't.
continue.
Akira walked to Duskheart Academy, his high school which was only open at night.
Of
He never
course.
liked going to school much because he felt like everyone was always looking at him funny.
Yeah.
And any one of them could secretly be a monster in disguise. Tonight was the night he started his Economics 101 class.
Oh, God.
No, Akira!
But as he walked into the classroom, he got the shock of his life. Standing behind the desk wasn't a teacher, it was Gilgamesh!
What the fuck?
Instant
Of course, the big evil in Boy's story would be the teacher that teaches economics.
Akira drew his sword from his backpack, but Gilgamesh just laughed.
Now, young student. I think you know there's no weapons allowed in the classroom.
Is this a story or a
Chortled.
manga?
Because I'm a fascist.
Akira grit his teeth, but he knew he was right. He couldn't fight Gilgamesh here and expose the secret that he was a vampire hunter and Gilgamesh was a vampire.
But why not, though? Thank you, Galaxy Wide. Happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow loyalists, heretics, and everything in between. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Galaxy Wide. Thank you, bud.
Why not?
Why not?
Angrily, he put his sword away
Of course.
and took a seat in the back of the classroom and stared daggers at Gilgamesh at the other side of the classroom.
To ensure I understand, Akira is not actually staring the daggers into existence, correct?
Door.
Good question. Good question.
No, he doesn't have that power yet.
Door.
Yet.
Something else to look forward to.
As it turned out, Gilgamesh was pretending to be an economics teacher named Greg Mesh. But what was
Fucking really?
he there for? Was he there
Yet.
to keep an eye on him? To probe him for weakness?
Oh.
Akira couldn't figure it out, but he had other things to worry about. Namely, that economics was really hard.
Yes!
Maybe Greg was making the class harder on purpose. As Akira made doodles in his notes, he noticed a girl sitting beside him,
Of
looking
course.
over at him occasionally. She had black hair with blue streaks that went down to her chin, and she wore the usual school uniform, but she had on a black and white striped scarf. And she looked kind of emo, but in
Emo.
a cute way.
Cute emo,
Akira
okay.
was also wearing his school uniform.
What
because
happened
he
to
had
the
changed
trench coat?
before he got to school. When she saw Akira looking at her, she looked away, blushing. He caught her staring at him a couple more times, which started to annoy him a little. When class was over, Akira stopped in front of the girl's desk as she was packing her backpack.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I don't like being stared at,
Oh.
he said, glaring at her.
Yeah.
If you don't stop staring. He turned away with his eyes closed. I might have to kill you.
Oh.
The girl blushed and looked away and poked her fingers together shyly. She looked like she wanted to say something, but she didn't. But then she held out a note, and Akira took the note. The note said, "Meet me at Mirakuru Park at 4 a.m. Oh, and then I put a little author's note in there to explain that Mirakuru is the Japanese word for miracle.
Uh-huh.
Just in case anybody doesn't get it.
Why? She's giving second protagonist vibes. No, it's not Gundam Wing yet, Black Lorgar.
Ooh, yes, very helpful that.
Do not. No, we do not. We're not going to talk about Chris Chan. We're not doing it. We're not talking about Chris Chan. I do not need that curse on me. Like, no.
When he read the note, he looked up, and the girl was gone.
Vanished!
How mysterious, he said. Maybe I should do it.
I don't know, Akira. This sounds like a trap.
Yes.
Is it a trap? Wait, no, don't tell me. But maybe a hint? No!
I suppose she could be a secret vampire. Though if she was, considering Akira's been raised to fight them, would he know one on sight?
Well, she did mysteriously disappear after giving him the note.
Gotta go fast, yes.
Maybe she's a ghost schoolgirl.
Ooh.
I think you'll all be pretty surprised.
Uh-huh.
But I won't ruin it for you. The rest of the school night was pretty boring. Akira was a straight-A student and an amazing athlete.
Of course.
Thanks to all of the vampire hunting, so school wasn't hard or anything. Sometimes, if he was really bored, he would just leave and have the teacher send his homework home to him.
Uh-huh.
But he couldn't stop thinking about that weird cute girl from his economics class.
'Kay.
So he decided he would go to Mirakuru Park after school.
Okay.
Mirakuru Park was the most popular amusement park in town, with 12 of the world's biggest, fastest, and scariest roller coasters.
'Kay.
And an awesome arcade.
Sweet.
It was also open 24/7, which made it a popular hangout place for kids who went to Dustcart Academy.
Okay.
Okay, that actually sounds neat if I'm being honest.
It
But when
actually
he got
does.
to the park, he saw something that made him angry.
What was
The
it?
girl from class was waiting for him at the entrance to the park, but she was surrounded by 3 punks.
Ooh.
Uncle-in-law, do you want to play the punks?
Yes. No, no, Galaxy Wide. I do not want to know about. I never wanted to know that sentence could be uttered. Okay, I never wanted to know that sentence could be uttered. It's a horrifying statement. It's a horrifying thing. My God. Chris Chan is going to be a father. That kid needs to be prayed for now.
Sure.
We'll see you, Sundre.
Oi, love, ain't you a pretty bird?
Oi.
One of the punks said with a grin.
Come here alone, did ya?
Said another.
I ain't got a mate or nothing. How's about you show us a good time, Sheila?
I wonder who.
Asked the third, and they all chuckled maliciously. Yeah, kind of like that, but more menacingly, you know?
Oh, this
Menacingly.
is the best story ever.
Just to clarify, are these supposed to be punks or bogans?
What?
What?
Australian punks.
Okay.
Oh, no, they're supposed to be British.
I appreciate the local colour added, but you've got a little of your slang mixed up.
I'll just fix it later.
No. Please keep it in there. Keep it in there so that when the inevitable audiobook comes out, your uncle's opening line's gonna be, "Oh, I love what's all this day."
This is all the mootest of points, as I will be the one to record the audiobook. Anyway, keep going, for I crave to see more heroics from our young slayer.
Let's go.
The girl looked scared and confused.
Oh.
That was when Akira saw their razor-sharp teeth behind their smiles. They were all vampires.
Oh
He knew he had to do something fast. He pulled out the black-bladed katana, the Tenshi no Ken, from its holster on his chain paints.
Where the fuck was he hiding that?
I meant to write pants, but I wrote paints instead. I gotta fix that. And pointed it at the vampire punks. I guess I should have known from the smell that you were a bunch of no-life suckheads, Akira said to them.
You
Suck
tell
it.
them, Akira!
Yes!
What's the matter? You too scared to pick on someone your own size?
Oi, what's all this then?
Do you have a license for that?
Said one of the punks when he
Do you
saw
have a
Akira.
license for that katana?
Having a laugh, mate?
Yeah, I'm having a laugh, said Akira, at your dumb faces.
The collective ass, young hero!
Oi, you wanna fight?
Oh,
Shouted the second punk.
oh my God.
Yeah, I do, said Akira, and the vampires
He said the line. He said the line.
all rushed at him at the same time.
You don't want to fight.
Akira swung his Tenshi no Ken once so quickly that it looked like he barely moved at all, and all of the vampires stopped.
Oi, you missed, mate.
Said the leader of the vampires, and they all laughed until suddenly they stopped laughing. Akira raised his Tenshi no Ken, which was covered in blood, and the vampires looked at it with horror until suddenly all of their heads burst from their bodies in a fountain of blood and gore.
Oh.
Eyeballs flying out of their skull like a fountain of eyeballs before their bodies disintegrated into a fountain of ash.
Classic one-stroke duel! My darling grandson, truly you are a connoisseur of the dramatic.
An
Yes.
impressive move, for certain,
Yes.
though highly inadvisable.
True.
Taking on so many blanks within so close a range would be suicide for most.
Akira turned to look at the girl who was backing away slowly in fear. It's okay. You're safe now,
You're safe
said
now.
Akira as he held out a hand to the girl. A thank you would be appreciated.
Ooh, such a gentleman.
He sounds like you when you actually do anything around the house.
Oh.
Uncle Marcus, how
It
about
definitely
you play
was
the
written
girl?
by Corvus.
Oh, I think my voice has been rendered high-pitched enough from all the squealing. Why not?
Why not?
Thank you.
Why not?
Girl said under her breath with a blush on her face. Akira was surprised that she had a really pretty voice, like maybe she was a singer or something.
Oh,
she
of course.
kind of looked like one with her black and blue mini dress with a tutu skirt and corset and combat boots. Akira had also
This is
changed out of his school uniform.
Okay.
And was wearing his black strange coat with a mesh shirt beneath, black
Mesh
and red
shirt,
chain
okay.
wave pants, and heavy combat boots with loads of metal buckles.
Yeah.
Strange coat?
Stop it.
It's another poor man's
Stop
coat.
it, kitten.
It's combination straitjacket and trench coat. The same one he was wearing
Yes,
earlier.
it does.
Oh,
I
see.
know,
Continue.
Avalon, right?
I'm so happy you decided to come.
Oh.
Yeah, well, not like I had anything better to do, said Akira as he crossed his arms. So what did you want? The girl held her arms behind her back and fidgeted with nerves.
You just seemed like a really cool guy, so
This is still a better love story than Twilight.
I wanted to see if you wanted to hang out.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Hanging out with anybody, so I thought maybe you might be lonely.
It says,
Akira humphed. More like people are too scared to hang out with me,
Yeah.
he said. But that's fine. I'm more of a lone wolf anyway.
yeah.
But I guess if you want to hang out, that's
No,
cool.
no, Akira! You must understand! As much as this darling young girl may have charmed your wounded heart, and as much as she has now witnessed, you can't simply bring her into your world. She's much too frail, too innocent for a life such as ours. Unless, of course, you see some latent potential within her.
The girl smiled the prettiest smile Akira had ever seen and
Uh-huh.
grabbed him by the arm and dragged him into the park. They rode all the scariest rides in the park for hours.
Girl, this is why. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things at all. She just watched him decapitate 3 people, and well, we're hanging out now. Yeah.
And got funnel cake, and Akira
Okay.
didn't throw up once. Then they went to
Good.
the arcade. Akira wanted to play the new Halo arcade game, but the girl wanted to play Jiggy Jiggy Insurrection, the dance game. He rolled his eyes, but he played along anyway.
Okay.
A Halo arcade game, huh? I wonder how that would work.
Badly.
Maybe something like Time Crisis. It's on rails, and you step on the pedal to shoot, and you step off to recharge your shield. Something like that.
Oh, you ever see that game, The Grid? It was a deathmatch game where you moved with a joystick and aimed at the trackball.
I'm just picturing someone wildly spinning the
Yeah.
trackball, pulling the trigger, and hoping for the best. Oh, didn't Half-Life 2 get an arcade game earlier this year?
Did it?
Yeah, it did. I think it's got like a seat with 2 joysticks, left one moves and the right one aims.
Of all the games to make an arcade shooter, a story-heavy game like Half-Life 2? You think they included water hazard?
Oh, God, imagine. Anyway, continue.
Actually, wait. Jiggy Jiggy Insurrection?
Yeah, it's like Dance Dance Revolution, but I probably can't use that name because they'll sue me.
Smart. Smart.
He used Halo.
He was surprised when they had the new song by Sweetie Chick on it, and he got so into the dance that a crowd had formed to watch him get a platinum top score.
Oh.
He tried not to look like he was having too much fun, but he smiled once or twice.
Scandalous.
As sunrise
Avalon.
approached, Akira and the girl thought it might be fun to ride the giant Ferris wheel and watch the sunrise together.
Okay.
The two got on and rode the wheel all the way up to the very top when the ride came to a stop.
By the way, my name's Hina.
The
Hina.
girl said,
What's yours?
"My name is Akira Cross," said Akira. "Last of my name." Said Hina, looking sad.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up any painful memories.
So insensitive! Couldn't she tell by his smoldering aura that he was a man filled to the brim with pain and personal tragedy?
The two sat in silence for a while, until suddenly, Akira realized that the Ferris wheel had been stopped way too long. Was
Oh.
something wrong with the ride?
Something's
Were
wrong
they
with the
stuck?
ride.
All of a sudden, there was a loud
Vampires!
bang as something landed on the roof of the Ferris wheel car. The door burst open, and a long arm stretched inside and grabbed Hina and pulled her out. Akira scrambled after her to see what had grabbed her.
No! Betrayed by the wiles of deceitful automata!
No!
Never trust a Ferris wheel to function when in combat!
On the roof of the car was an old, white-haired man wearing orange Indian monk robes.
Okay.
Akira knew who it was immediately. It was Bodhayana, one of Gilgamesh's vampiric coven.
Oh.
Sorry, who?
Bodhayana was an Indian mathematician, currently the oldest known, who was found to have.
So he can misspell pants, but he can't. He doesn't Okay, I'm good.
written a sutra containing the Pythagorean theorem
This
almost
is
300 years before Pythagoras himself discovered it.
I wish to know, and I quote, who made math a thing because I hate them. And I would not deny him the name of his greatest enemy. The power greatest enemy of the very villain responsible for the hell world you see before you. Cursed be his triangles!
Ah, I see.
One of his snake-like arms was coiled around Hina, who had passed out and was holding her in place. You haven't had a partner in a bit. How about you do this?
yes.
Ah, Slab's whelp.
Said Bodhayana.
On a
Ooh,
date with your little girlfriend, I see.
this is racist.
This guy Austrian door?
I apologize, boy. I'm not too good at these voices.
She's not my girlfriend,
No.
shouted Akira. She has nothing to do with this, so let her go,
Oh,
As you wish.
said Bodhayana, and he pulled back his arm like a ripcord and set Hina spinning like a Beyblade.
Okay.
Beyblade,
Spinned and
Beyblade.
spinned until she went flying off the top of the car.
Oh.
Akira screamed and jumped after her, angling his body down to pick up speed to catch her. He caught her and pulled up his grappling hook from his strange coat.
Yeah.
Aimed it up at
Strange
the car
coat.
and fired.
Whee!
The hook looped around a metal beam and he swung up and
I
over,
don't know,
landing
Nathan.
inside of the car. He put Hina down on the seat, then climbed back to the roof.
Okay.
Bodhayana laughed wickedly.
Wicked laughing.
He said,
I did the calculations in my mind. She had reached just the perfect speed to make an incredible mess on the pavement.
Okay.
What a spoil sport you are.
Oh.
Yeah, said Akira with a smirk. Well, I've got a calculation for you. Me plus you. Solve for who gets dead.
Oh.
Akira charged at Bodhayana with the Tenshi no Ken, but Bodhayana's body pulled out of the way of his swings like he was a giant rubber band.
He's made of rubber. How did that happen? Yo, ho, ho, he took a bite of vampire.
He swung with precision, but none of his blows
What?
seemed to land. If only he'd brought his UV gun with him, he thought maybe he could have hit him.
Maybe.
Akira was starting to get so angry that he was seeing red. Bodhayana just laughed.
Is that all you got, boy?
He laughed.
How embarrassing. Gilgamesh will be most pleased when I bring your dried up corpse to him.
Uh-huh.
The mention of Gilgamesh was enough to put Akira over the edge,
Oh!
and his rage overcame him. He dashed forward so quickly, it looked like he teleported.
Because everything you say to me brings me one step closer to the edge.
Why does he
Bodhayana
sound like-
stopped laughing.
What?
Why does he sound like Ash from Pokemon?
Because he's boy. Because he's boy. Okay?
When Akira appeared behind him and ran him through the heart with the Tenshi no Ken.
Yes!
How could this be?
He gurgled as blood filled his mouth. You pissed me off, said Akira as he pulled the Tenshi no Ken sideways out of Bodhayana's chest. Akira flicked the blood off of the blade and put it away as Bodhayana crumpled to the floor.
Down.
Just as Akira was about to return to the Ferris wheel car to see how Hina was doing, Bodhayana stood up with a laugh.
Oh no!
He laughed.
Because of my stretchy body, I can move my organs around as I please. So you missed my heart completely. Say your prayers, boy.
How can Akira possibly get out of this one? Is our hero doomed?
Where are the Fab Stoties? I need the Fab Stoties to have those kinds of lines.
Bodhayana went to strike back at Akira. His arms and legs were suddenly chained with heavy chains that looked to be made of holy light. He screamed as the chains burned his flesh.
How could this be?
Oh
Bodhayana
no!
screamed as he freaked out. Suddenly, someone shining with a bright white holy light came floating out of the Ferris wheel car.
Of course.
Akira couldn't see who it was right away
Magical Japanese high school girl.
because the light was too bright. But as he kept looking, eventually he could see it was Hina. Hina, how are you doing this?
Magical
Akira asked,
Japanese
but
high
Hina
school
said
girl.
Nothing. She just pointed her hand at Bodhayana.
thy judgment is nigh.
Hina said with a voice that didn't sound like Hina's.
Oh shit,
It's Celestine.
my bad.
Thy judgment is nigh, and the sun shall be thy judge, jury, and executioner.
Oh God.
Hayana looked on in horror as the sun began to rise over the horizon.
Timing.
He freaked as his body caught fire in the sunlight, and soon he was burnt away to nothing. When Bodhayana disappeared, Hina suddenly said,
Our work is complete.
Yes.
and she closed her eyes, and the light faded, and she dropped to the roof of the Ferris wheel car.
Galaxy-wide, so Magnus is canonically a magical. Yeah, Galaxy-wide, that's the case. Thank you, Galaxy-wide. Avalon, and she became magical, her boobs became big out of nowhere. That is the plot to every anime ever.
Akira picked up Hina's body. She was okay, just passed out.
Okay.
When the Ferris wheel ride was over, he carried her to her house after looking up her home address on his phone.
How did you
Her
know
parents
this?
weren't home because Hina was also an orphan, so he laid her on her couch and went home.
And she lives alone.
Okay, so, more thoughts?
What an exhilarating fight that was! And what a shocking turn of events! That sweet, shy little Hina was hiding such incredible power!
I don't know, it kind of comes out of nowhere, doesn't it? There's no real foreshadowing to it, it just kind of happened.
Well, this is just a first draft, I assume. You can add that on the second pass, you know? Just notes for later?
I would suggest that Akira should not fight the blanks head-on, as that would be a needlessly dangerous tactic. Perhaps instead he should lure them into a series of traps that he laid out near the park ahead of time.
Door. Your name is not Perturabo. It is not Perturabo.
This would go far to demonstrate his superior planning skills.
Yeah, I guess I can do that. Oh, it's time for a really cool character. Okay, here we go.
The wife
Akira
loves
lives in
harem
an
animes, by the
apartment
way.
on the top floor of the
What?
I love harem anime.
She likes harem animes. I don't understand. My wife loves harem animes.
tallest building in Aku City.
Yes.
He lived there with his mentor, Mars.
Mars.
Mars was the man who had found him after he washed up on the river after his fight with Gilgamesh. He was a world-traveling monster hunter, and when he looked into the young boy's eyes, he knew he saw a fellow fighter. So he took him with him around the world to train him and take care of him. He was named Mars because his fiery red hair looked like the surface of Mars, but ironically, it was also the name of the god of war, which Mars absolutely was when it came to fighting monsters. He taught Akira all kinds of cool moves, like how to hide wooden stakes in a vest under his shirt, and whip them out when a vampire got too close.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool move, isn't it?
Mars was like a big brother to Akira, and the model of what kind of hunter he wanted to be.
Oh my god.
Oh, that part kind of stops there just because I haven't had the time to get to the rest of it.
There you
but
go.
Basically, Akira's just gonna tell Mars what happened, and Mars will be like, total epic win! And they'll deathmatch before bed.
Okay.
I know.
Look at Marcus. He looks all happy right now. He's happy, but he's sad.
I know. Isn't the love between these two overwhelming?
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
Aww.
Yeah, I still need to write the next couple arcs, because he's gotta fight the rest of the sidekicks before he gets to Gilgamesh, right? So, the first is Jack the Ripper.
Natch.
Yeah.
And he's gonna fight Florence Henderson.
Florence Henderson?
Okay.
The mum from the Brady Bunch?
Yes.
No, the nurse lady.
Oh, that's Florence Nightingale. You'll definitely want to change that.
Definitely.
After that is Jackson Pollock.
Good. I never liked his paintings. Missing nonsense that anyone having a prolonged series of muscle spasms could replicate.
I would pay to see you recreate Pollock Door. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen you state an opinion about art that involved architecture.
Cubism was superior to abstract expressionism anyway. I can guarantee Joseph Gokar would have made a Pollock painting, but Pollock could never build the House of the Black Madonna.
Yeah, I've got no clue what any of that is.
Right.
Any other members of the Goon Squad?
Oh yeah, the last guy is Andre the Giant.
Why?
If I may ask, why these people in specific?
Well, usually when you see a bad guy's minions,
Bat sundries make the world go round, okay?
he's got a weird guy, a smart guy, a big guy, a lady, and a really scary guy. And I thought it would be cool for his minions to be people from history.
Well, pretty solid choices, I'd say.
That's okay.
If a bit disparate.
Yeah, he'd fight all of them. Jack the Ripper would come back a few times, so he'd have to fight him a couple of times.
Okay.
And then at some point, Gilgamesh kidnaps Hina.
Hina, no!
Because of course he does.
So yeah, I think I kind of got bored and jumped ahead a little, because the next bit's after Akira and Hina killed Gilgamesh.
Yay!
Of course he did! I knew he had it in him!
As Akira stood over the slowly disintegrating corpse of Gilgamesh, he couldn't believe what he was seeing on the screen.
Oh,
You do this one, Grampy,
Gilgamesh! Come in, Gilgamesh!
said a strange bat-like alien on the screen.
The homeworld needs to know how plans are going for the invasion of Earth. Do you copy?
What the heck are you? Akira asked angrily.
I see you have defeated our champion, Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
What a shame.
Oh,
Said the bat alien.
We are the Chiroterrans.
Chiroterrans.
We are the creators of the creatures you call vampires. They were to be our advanced scout party in order to harvest the resources of your planet. We needed them much more than you did.
okay.
But now that Gilgamesh is dead, I suppose we have no choice. Our invasion of Earth will begin in 24 hours.
Oh no!
What a twist!
So, you guys are the reason for my suffering?
Oh no! What?
Is that a bit?
It's a talking bat. Yes. Do you hear the peanut gallery off screen over here?
Akira asked with angry tears in his eyes.
Oh.
I'm gonna kill you!
Yes.
Just as Akira was about to lose himself to his rage again, Hina woke up and sadly put a hand on his arm.
No, you can't.
She said weakly, as she was still tired from summoning the Merkaba.
I'm
The
sorry.
what?
The what?
She summoned a tank.
Uh huh.
This Hina didn't strike me as being enlisted in the JROTC. Even if she was, they'd be much more likely to give her an M1 Abrams. Why the Merkava?
Or why would there be JROTC in Japan?
No, it's not a tank. It's, she summoned the Chariot of God.
That's a little esoteric, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did your Grampy teach you that one?
I just saw it in a dream once, and it told me its name.
What?
Ah.
Yeah, dream revelations from the Cosmic Divine. We've all had them. Continuing. You have to stay in control. I won't lose you again.
Oh
Akira
no.
looked sadly at Hina. I promise I won't leave you, but I do have to go deal with this.
But where are you going?
Hina asked. I have to go to my father's homeland.
Yes.
Akira said. To America!
Idaho to get potatoes. Baron Von Bastard, what's your perfect sandwich? Thank you, bud. Perfect sandwich. Let's see. Perfect sandwich. Roast beef with Swiss, Duke's mayonnaise on rye. You can't get much better than that, my guy. It's great the way that it is. It is great the way that it is.
As soon as they left Gilgamesh's destroyed base,
Now that I think about it, if you're talking about the one that I'm going to get regardless, like if I go to Jimmy John's, I'm going to get the roast beef. But she gets me chicken teriyaki from Subway. I'm happy with that one. Yes! Avalon, boy is bringing his character to your neck of the woods. Yes.
Kira took Hina home and told her that no matter what happened, she needed to stay there.
Thank you,
Gilgamesh may
Baron
have
Von
been dead,
Bastard.
but that didn't mean the
I appreciate it,
Chiroterrans
bud.
weren't also potentially looking to use her for her powers. Hina wasn't happy about it, but
A hot dog is a sideways sandwich. Yes, Galaxy-wide, a hot dog is a sandwich. Thank you, bud.
At least she wouldn't be alone with all their new friends at her house. Oh yeah, at some point they're gonna make friends with the... I know there's gonna be a werewolf guy in there somewhere, and also a guy who uses fire magic.
Because of course.
Oh, and a succubus? Hina's not happy about the succubus.
Because of course he would have a succubus.
My, do I sense a love triangle brewing?
You've been teaching him. How does he know what a succubus is?
As Akira was getting ready to leave, Hina stopped him at the door.
Oh,
Just promise me you'll be back in time for the prom. Okay?
the
She
fucking
said with
what
a blush
now?
and tears in her eyes. You know it, said Akira, and he strided away, pulling out his LG chocolate and calling up his father Slab's old friends in the Marines.
Okay.
And the prom's tomorrow.
Hi, Mr.
Oh.
Chief, sir, said Akira. I thought that was a funny reference.
Yeah.
I need to talk to the president. We've got a problem.
The fuck? The kid knows the fucking president. The kid knows the fucking president. What the hell? Okay.
And this is where, if it was a show, there'd be a cool title card
Yeah.
saying this is the next story arc.
I can absolutely see it! The triumphant music swells, and the audience will be vibrating with excitement at the grand adventure to come!
It didn't take much talking from Akira to convince the President of the United States to give him full access to Area 51.
I talked to this boy. Beautiful boy. He said that we needed access to Area 51. So, okay, and
After
shutting
all,
up, stopping.
Where else on Earth would one go when they wanted to stop an alien apocalypse?
Absolutely.
When he got to Area 51, he
Area
found
51,
out that the
okay.
world governments had known about the Cairo Terrans for some time, but they didn't have definitive proof of their existence until Akira had killed Gilgamesh and revealed their plans to the world.
Mm-hmm.
They thought this would be a great opportunity to try out their newly set up Space Marine program.
Hell yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Bucky had a food coma earlier. Nice.
They wanted Akira to lead the program, but he wasn't interested in all the genetic experimenting they were doing. And after all, he didn't need any of that with his unlocked half-breed powers. So the government said, fine, you don't have to go through the genetics, but take our Space Marines with you when you go.
What kind of space marine are we talking? Spartan or...
Spartan. I mean, they're not exactly the same, though.
Uh-huh.
I just haven't written about them much.
Okay.
I call them the Crimson Dragon Blades.
Of course.
But we're not there yet. Anyway, Akira agreed. They also showed him the experimental ship they had built, which could achieve faster than light travel, the Catchy. Akira took his squad of Space Marines, Kanye, Jake, Josh, George, Johnny, Connor, and Lemmy-Tooth, and boarded the Catchy.
Why do these names give me deja
The
vu?
government had sent scout drones ahead to find the exact
It's a fucking banshee. It's a fucking banshee.
coordinates of the Cairo Terran homeworld, and they determined the ship would arrive within 10 hours. As the ship took off for space, Akira braced himself for the upcoming battle.
Marcus, I think my nose is bleeding.
I kind of skipped this part too, but they land on the planet, and as soon
Space
as they get out,
Marines.
there's laser fire everywhere, and everything's exploding, and a bunch of the Marines get shredded, and it's super bloody and stuff.
Yeah.
It's super cool and gory, but like also sad and stuff because everybody's screaming and dying.
Yeah.
Like Saving Ryan's pirates.
Very age appropriate, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I know you don't actually have a problem with that one. Who was planning on showing him Genocyber? The one where two little kids get shredded by a minigun at the start of the second episode?
Genocyber is a classic and a rite of passage. And it wasn't just a minigun, it was a minigun and a helicopter.
Oh, okay.
When Akira finally arrived at the top of the tower, he was met with a shocking sight. There in the control room of the tower was a boy who looked a lot like him, but who had massive bat wings and short spiked blonde hair and red eyes. Akira
His
stood there with his
brother!
mouth hanging open.
Oh no!
Is that you, Ryu? It can't be! Gilgamesh killed you! He screamed in anguish. That's not quite true, brother, said Ryu. Gilgamesh had intended on turning me into his vampire thrall when he attacked.
Oh no!
When he took me back to his base, his Chiroterran leaders saw there was something special in my genetics, and they commanded him to send me to them.
Oh.
They mixed my DNA with Chiroterran DNA. So now, I have the strength of the Nephilim, the magic of the Yukai, the willpower of the human heart, and the dark energies of the Chiroterran surging within me.
He's like Man Bear Pig. Half man, half bear, half pig.
I might be stronger than even you now, brother.
Oh.
But why, brother? Why are you working with these aliens that want to destroy the Earth? Akira asked through gritted teeth. Destroy the Earth? They want to do no such thing, said Ryu, looking confused. But they're planning to invade the Earth in 24 hours, shouted Akira. Oh, that was just a rogue element, said Ryu. We already dealt with him. The Chiroterrans are not the enemy of Earth. In fact, they want to be allies. So, they don't want to harvest the Earth? Asked Akira. They did, but then they found out about you and me, and decided they wanted to try seeking our help rather than harvesting the Earth's resources, said Ryu. Seek help with what? Asked Akira. The war, of course, said Ryu. The war against the X-Quines.
The bronies. They're fighting a war against bronies. They're fighting a war against bronies. I fully support this. Full send it.
Oh yeah. I forgot I started writing this part. The X-Quines? What's that? Asked Akira. They're only the greatest threat to the galaxy's ever known, Ryu said gravely. They're a race of creatures that are something like a cross between a horse and a zombie. They come from the furthest corner of the universe with only one desire. To consume all life. We call them the X-Quines because they're like horses that are wrong horses, that are horses. They have eyes of deepest crimson and are going bald in places, especially on their heads.
Huh. Oh, that kind of sounds like...
Is that?
No, it's not. It's actually all part of the story. See, the X-Quines are like a gross undead army, like a huge crazy mass, like zombies and stuff.
Look at the edge of the paper. Looking at the edge of the paper.
That are something like a cross between a horse and a zombie. They come from the furthest corner of the universe with only one desire. To consume
It is the
all
horse
life.
heresy.
We call them the X-Quines because they're like horses that are wrong horses, that are horses. They have eyes of deepest crimson and are going bald in places, especially on their heads.
Huh.
Okay, so what about the edge of the page here? Okay. Oh my... What? A horse stable. The horse 5 o'clock in the morning between the idea and the reality. Oh my god.
Huh. Oh, that kind of sounds like...
Is that?
No, it's not.
It is horse.
It's actually all part of the story. See, the X-Quines are like a gross undead army, like a huge crazy mass, like zombies and stuff. Yeah, it's
This
something
is
like
the
horse,
problem they
because
have?
They don't vomit blood, and they don't make snipples and use for me, or tell me prophecies, or tell me stuff about the future. And yeah, it's nothing
Son,
like horse.
please, calm yourself.
No, because they don't do any of that. Horse does. It's completely different, Dad. And you know another thing?
Boy, my
Another thing.
grandson, please restrain yourself.
that hatch?
Brace!
Huh.
That could have been worse.
Yeah.
Sound off! Anyone hurt?
No.
No.
Here.
Boy, are you alright?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
Because you are talking crazy, dude.
A little bit.
Marcus,
I was? Sorry, I just kind of blanked out for a second. Where was I in the story again?
The rest of the story will probably have to wait, boy.
Yeah, leave it alone.
It seems like we're at the Arcanum.
This is true. The only reason that Big D crashed is because Boy was freaking out about horse. And I find it funny that's the only thing they kind of were like sitting back about.
Cool. Well, anyways, I really appreciate you going through my story with me.
Yay!
It made the trip a lot of fun.
Yes, indeed, dear boy. Fun was had by all. And since this collision with Remmel's dastardly hedge was quite minimal, I'd say all's well that ends well. Son-in-law!
Yes, City?
Go and prepare the window detacher with Marcus and Boy.
Yes.
You sure you wanna after that whole...
Yes, I am. Allow Dor and I a brief moment, if you will.
Alright, I think I get it.
Yes.
Come on, boy, you can... wear the welder mask for a bit.
Yay!
Hell yeah! And the particle respirator too?
Of course.
Sure thing, I guess.
Yippee!
Father, I'm concerned.
Yes.
How can you not be? Tell me your woes, my son.
Boy has always been exemplary. But between those blanks in the tunnel, them breaking out of the cellar, now this...
You worry it's too much for him.
Yes.
Dor, you needn't be embarrassed. It's completely natural to worry.
It is.
Like, just today I was discussing the
He's
matter with...
fixated on horses of late. He's tried to tell me strange things about him. I've seen him scribble in his notebooks, on the margins of his schoolwork.
Then the matter needs to be closed. And soon at that. Dor, you have my word. Once we finish this hunt, I shall do all in my power to mollify this strange fixation of his.
Thank you, Father. I will speak to him myself as well.
Do it.
He will move past this. I know it. My boy is strong.
Yes. Oh, that is
Stronger
touching.
than you know, my son.
Touching. Oh my god. Alright, so let's take a look. Alright, hold on a second. Here we go.
Där är djungeln, Diana är hennes namn. Och hon går ut med Devil i månens sken och ger Fantomen sin famn.
I love how Carl just puts in stuff at the end there. I love how that happens. Ugh. There is going to be a horse heresy. A definite horse heresy, which takes over the entirety of the galaxy. Speaking of Pig Mighty Mouse, right there. Warpugs. Boy is doing well to be as minimally traumatized as he is. There's a lot of sadness. A lot of sadness. But we will all come through it together because we are here for Boy. And that was actually a really good scene right there at the end with Big D and Dor talking about basically what's going on with the kid. Because he's going psychotic, and even Big D can see there's a problem. Even Big D can see that there is a problem. Yeah, he's a pretty creative kid, but he's been watching way too much anime. Way too much anime. You're gonna slap stickers of Pug's faces on your Moss tank? Nice, Mighty Moss. Dude, send me a picture of it in Discord if you get a chance. I'd love to see that. Guys, even though Texas Speech is gone, I'm glad that they're still working together in World of Darkness. I'm glad they're still working together on projects like this. I really have been looking forward to seeing something else come from Hunter the Parenting, and I am so glad to see this boy getting his own episode, even though it was maximum cringe. It was maximum cringe. It was still so nice because you get to see how they relate to each other, and the fact that Marcus got so touched by the description of Mars, that was something else. Warpugs, I'm going to have this up as on its own standalone on Saturday. And thank you guys for being here with me for this one. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close this part of the live stream out for a few seconds. And if you're watching this after the live stream when I release this on Saturday, just check the description down below for all the links. And well, I'll see y'all in the next one. But as far as everybody else goes, we're going to be jumping from Hunter the Parenting into, let's see, something a little bit different. They're getting close to finishing chapter 5, and Norfolk Wizard Game is going to come out with episode 2. That's awesome. That's awesome. No, Gokbei, it's not really a bad anime plot. It really isn't. It really is not. But we're going to be checking out next is Max0r. So, it's been a bit since I sat down here. It's been about an hour and a half. I'm going to get up for about 3-4 minutes here. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to watch an incorrect summary of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. That's going to be something special. So, everybody, no, this is not going to be cringe, my guy. This is going to be Max0r. Have you, Communist Bro, have you ever seen Max0r? Because if not, you're in for a treat with this one. I'm going to get up, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So, just be right back. Where is Button? There is Button. All right, be back in a few minutes, guys. All right. All right. So, like I said at the beginning, if you weren't here at the beginning, we didn't do turkey here today. So we're gonna be doing that on Saturday, mainly because the thing didn't thaw out, and tomorrow I have to work. So we're going to be doing that on Saturday, and like, I hope everybody had a chance to spend some time with family, or at least call them. So yeah, like, I am hoping that everybody got the chance to do that. But now we're gonna check out an incorrect summary of Elden Ring: Shadows of the Erdtree, Warpugs, and I'm hoping that everybody is having a good time. X in chat, like, honestly, if like you had a good day today. If you're having a good day today, just let me know. If you need an explanation on things Elden Ring, Revelation is available to explain things. You watch some football. I didn't get a chance to watch the football game, actually. I'm actually shocked that the Detroit Lions are doing good in the NFL, because for as long as I've been alive, the Detroit has been terrible. Like, all time. Like, of all time, it's been that way. You're part of a Helldivers faction called the Death Corps of Level Creek. That makes a lot of sense. Warpugs, we're gonna get into this. Max0r is just one of those people who is molecularly bonded to his editor. I'm wondering how many people he's got in here. I know Sesinch is going to be in here. I'm pretty sure Mandalore is going to be here too. We're going to jump into this. If you're catching up with the videos of this after the live stream, all links are going to be in the description down below. Guys, let's have some fun. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Elden Ring.
Oh, it's restarted. Nice.
Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree,
yes,
is the newest and greatest installment in a series that I can only describe as the refined man's flagellation, recognized and infamous for having such straightforward story and gameplay that there are literally hundreds of YouTubers whose job it is to explain the things that happen in it. Now, suffice it to say, I'm going to be doing a lot of that today.
Okay.
But I can assure you, the accuracy of my statements are generally described as highly questionable at best, as I am currently being hunted in 39 kingdoms for crimes against information, taking place inside the brand new realm of Shadow, where the developers accidentally created an entire new game of content and pretended it was DLC.
Okay.
This novel expansion promises to deliver a whole new world of masochism and internal injury, all the while providing a generous serving of beautiful and breathtaking vistas at approximately the same rate as it scares the blood outside of your body. And you would be very surprised just how much one man can lead. To explore this contrasting land of putrid possibilities, we play as the Tarnished.
The Tarnished.
One of many horrifying insults to God, who primarily fight their enemies by drinking a soda that sends your bones into attack mode. Finally sent to the land of Shadow upon hearing the news that Mohg, Lord of Blood, has beaten the allegations and wishes to sue this blonde twink for defamation of character.
Okay.
All throughout the lands between, our enemies crave the sweet, merciful embrace of death.
Yes.
And for the delicious taste of finely crafted steel.
Yes.
This is the story of one such Tarnished who chose to heed their harrowing call, to challenge the authority of the very gods themselves, and to pursue the all-powerful Elden Ring.
Yes. I swear to God, he's one of the best editors I've ever seen, period, for anything, for any reason. This is awesome. Oh my God. He is literally the best at doing this kind of stuff. I swear to God. Repressed, man, thank you. Glad you're having a good night, my friend. Little glad I missed out on the cringe. Wanted to add maybe another Mythos to explore in the form of Fringe. It'd be fun if you to see what you think Walter Bishop is justified. How far would you go for somebody that you loved? Fringe. Is that a TV series or is that a game? Because I haven't heard of it as if it's a game. But it, like, I'm exploring, like, I'm actually going through. I have fully declared Battletech Tuesdays is now going to be a thing going forward. So every Tuesday we're going to be checking somebody out for Battletech. Next week it's going to be the actual primer on the clans from Text Talks. So that's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm thinking about making certain days, like static days for stuff. Maybe I'll be able to check out some things on the Fringe. I don't know. I don't know. Valk is here. Hello, Valk. It's a series by J.J. Abrams. Sci-fi is a spiritual successor to X-Files. Okay. That would be...
Check that out.
Yeah. That would be something to check out. I still watch X-Files. Anytime I have some time and it pops in my mind, I like watching X-Files. I had to chain the Hospitaller to start watching X-Files, and she started watching, and then she wanted to watch it all the time. We went through every season. I miss X-Files. Repress, thank you so much, dude. Let's get back into it. Appreciate it so much, you guys. Let's go.
Mikola the Kind spoke of many things. That the birth of a god oft requires sacrifice.
Yes.
And for each light that dawns, a shadow is cast in kind. Thus did he depart to the place cloaked eternal in twilight, in search of his birthright, his godhood. And now from you, I request something similar.
Okay.
To find the path sanctified by Mikola's stride.
Who is this? Is this the actual voice actress from the game? Or is this something else?
To venture with us to the lands of Shadow.
Shadow. Raid. Shadow Legend.
Fuck are you talking about?
A land whose wonders shall never be put to song. Doomed to be forgotten evermore. Where the remnants of an ancient war suffer even still the indignities of defeat and the abandonment of victory. The land under the wings of the dread Lord Vale. In the gaze of the beasts, once divine. And cloaked eternally in the ashes of Max0r's flame. All to follow in the footsteps of kindly Mikola, across all corners it may lead, to complete his journey, to witness his ascension. Go now, touch the withered arm.
Spirit Grave Plains.
So after being banished to the literal Shadow Realm, we take our first steps into the Spirit Grave Plains.
Thank you, Repress. Last one I can do for that, but since the missus sounded interested, the series can be found on Max right now, and the show can be summed up in the clip. Don't give her false hope in season 1. Can be found on YouTube. Huh. So, there's something to do. I'd had to drag her away from her isekais, because she loves isekai animes and harem animes. Anything lewd, like I said. Anything lewd. Is because of her addiction to lewd anime that we watched Kill la Kill. And it was funny. Let's go. Thank you, Repressed, man. I really do appreciate it. Cottontail VA? Okay.
Beautiful beautiful
I'll
and
have to check-
majestic sight of a
I'll have to check
cataclysmic ancient war.
in the description.
Or more accurately, cataclysmic ancient genocide.
Oh.
You see, I can use my inductive reasoning skills to
Okay.
deduce that, people died here. And
Really?
we are going to be adding to that total now.
Oh.
So this is the first enemy in the DLC, and a great choice for beginners. I really like the part where he just never stops pursuing you.
Greetings, Tarnished One. Your presence here is fortuitous,
Oh.
for I bear a burdensome quest of grave import. Should you be willing to
fuck, wait a
undertake
second.
it.
Okay, so I have greatly misinterpreted his acro range.
Yep. Fox Charleston, bud.
This guy is really interested.
Have
in
not
hearing
watched
the lore.
Gurren Lagann.
Okay, motherfucker, I'm gonna take you out. It's not looking good. Now, seeing as my physical safety is currently an open question, we have to equip ourselves with brand new threads every single time I walk into a new place. Yes, I am going to keep the jar on during sex. It comforts me. And my
Why? Fucking why? Steven Chosen, thanks, bud. We haven't had turkey today, but happy Thanksgiving to you, bud. We haven't had turkey today. We're gonna have it Saturday. Thank you, bud. Oh my
hunting a
god.
homeless man to death in the woods where no one will hear me scream. This enables us to explore and investigate all kinds of new and amazing structures that distinctly alter how and where the game is going to kill you, as well as shaping our interactions with the various local wildlife.
Yes.
I'm Coyote Peterson, and I'm about to be eaten alive.
We've got hot dogs. Every second of his life is spent in torment. Fucking Big Bird, apparently. The, what? I feel like I'm fighting a fucking Twitch emote. And of course the, Dread Army of Eternal Pursuit. Thus the Covenant of Fate is bound and your doom inexorable. This shit is lagging my game a lot. He is the lag monster. Yes, he is the lag monster.
His main attack is heating up your CPU.
My computer thanks me for rendering this every day. Wandering erratically in a given direction, we promptly take shelter in a random cave, only to realize that that was a horrible mistake, and that this is no random cave. Oh god. Oh god. What the fuck is that thing? Okay, so I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. The jars are people. We've been killing people this entire time.
Okay.
Probably babies too. You can never unlearn this information, and honestly, I would fucking do it again. Like my brother in Christ. You firebombed Renala's preschool. Do you think anything is going to faze me at this point? See, kids, this is what happens to your body when you smoke pot. I cast Deathlight on myself. Oh, please, not the jar. Anything but the jar. I don't think you know the implications of that one, Elden Ring. Miyazaki's into some freaky shit. Exiting the confines of the Cobalt Mines with the status of the extremely cracked out monkey boss still in debate. For the city race
Why
knows
has
not
he
the
got
authority
the
of God's
storm
light.
in the
We make our way
background?
far to the west, venturing beyond the border of the grassland, before setting foot upon the majestic steps of Bellerot, scorched city of umbral secrets, cursed camp of forgotten grace, and first legacy dungeon of the DLC.
Okay.
Which unfortunately means that this is the easiest dungeon of the DLC.
Yay.
Please keep that in mind when you're fighting the giant scorpions.
Will do.
As a review best of-
I fucking love this guy. I swear to God. Why did the scorpion sound like an anime character?
of this troublesome tale, it's up to us to investigate exactly what happened to Bellerot and why it was incredibly
right
funny.
here.
Following in the footsteps of Nikolai as he gets lost for the next 40 minutes and accidentally ends up inside the sewer system. Miyazaki designs my favorite Indian burial grounds.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still here doing. I'm an idiot.
Green Giant was never the same after he visited Chernobyl.
Getting back to the site of grace in a very green fashion, we decide to visit my grandma because she is old and has dementia.
Okay.
Who are you? What are your kind doing here?
I'm your grandson, silly.
Your kin burned Bellerot, burnt it all until naught remains but ash. 1,000 curses upon your kin.
Okay.
1,000 curses.
Oh, you're so funny, Grandma. I'll be seeing you later then.
Nice.
That's a lot of spiders.
These are scorpions, Reese. They're geniuses.
Kyle, don't move.
Okay. Oh, thanks for telling me not to move. There was a spider. There was a scorpion jump scare up there.
That's a good clip right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this enemy just doesn't fuck around. He's got a moveset that's pretty fast. Not really sure how you're supposed to deal with that, but okay. Hey guys, can you come over here for a sec? I think I found a secret. I love the vomit pit. I'm such a big fan of the vomit pit.
I love going to Chuck E. Cheese. I love the vomit pit filled with food.
Oh, cool. It's the severed hand weapon.
Yay.
Nothing touches the heart faster. I say as I rip open your chest cavity.
Ooh.
That guy's got a fucked up name, by the way. We gotta put this guy. We gotta put this guy out of his misery. We just gotta fucking kill this guy. Yeah, just fuck him up with hammers.
I sense a tone shift.
Oh, horn-decked beast, from higher sphere delivered. Awake, O terror, by the gods' decree endeavored. Purge the filth with thy wrath and fury rend.
Okay.
Dance and cavorts, cleanse all thou may. Their bones, their flesh are thine to flay. Thou hast trespassed for the final time.
So she does remember.
It's horse. Oh, okay. Stephen, thanks. It took me 4 days to beat the DLC's final boss in the first NG when my level was in the 350s. Jesus! Oh my god! Oh. Oh man, I'm lightheaded now. So she does remember. Oh my god.
Welcome everyone to the first major boss of the DLC, Divine Beast Dancing Lion, who is not an actual lion, but are in fact two very coordinated people inside of a big suit. Presumably so they can sneak into a movie theater.
Right.
Somebody is like grabbing him with the Gmod physics gun and attached a couple thrusters to him.
Dancing Lion is the perfect introduction to this game's DLC bosses.
Okay.
Both functioning as a difficult challenge for the player and also as a massive warning sign, because this shit is not going to get any easier for you. I am having difficulties killing Mr. Beast. Perhaps you should make real videos like mine. Starting out the fight in Phase 1, the Divine Beast is actually a very manageable foe, offering us a pretty decent hurdle in terms of timing and aggression, but a less decent hurdle when it comes to his incredibly funny cameramancy. This, however, is merely a glimpse into what fearsome and frightening assaults lie just around the corner. And after a brief yet exhilarating bout, Divine Beast finally enters Phase 2 by channeling the power of the entire atmosphere, gaining access to 3 related yet distinct elemental phases, each one an absolute wrecking ball to both my health bar and this video's bitrate. With the lightning phase adding a great deal of range and aftershocks, the frost phase adding big stumps and punishing damage, and the storm phase adding in 50 tornado sirens. Jesus Christ, I'm fighting the fucking Avatar. Going from an ostensibly straightforward battle to a ruthlessly engaging and unpredictable gauntlet, switching between all manner of elements to keep you on your toes while giving you precious few moments to breathe or reciprocate. Because by the time you've gotten used to an element, he is already switching to the next one. Greatly compounding even further into the fight when the Divine Beast shifts into a medley of every element back to back, forcing you to flee in abject terror while the boss channels the power of the 4 elements. And number 2 will shock you. So despite and because of this chaos, Divine Beast's Dancing Lion is an absolutely peak fight, balancing out explosive violence with a myriad of openings, each one gated by the guesses and gambles that you are willing to take. And I just so happen to be very bad at the casino.
I am so glad I never got into this game because, my God, this looks like it would give me a seizure, at the same time a stroke, at the same time a heart attack from pure rage. I swear to God, he's the best editor. There you go. Good God.
So after defeating our enthusiastic celebration of Chinese New Year, we ascend to the very peak of Bellerot's Twisted Tower, bathed in the stunning presence of the Shadow Tree, climbing with bated breath its sweeping stairs before finally reaching the mailbox. How did you get a letter up here?
Tarnished. I hope this letter reaches thee unscathed.
Okay.
For it would be treacherous if that weird lion downstairs woke up. Beyond the tower sealed by shadow lies a place known as the Gates of Divinity.
Oh.
Surely, this is the ultimate goal of kindly Mikola. And thus, if we are united in common cause, it is there that we must head.
I don't know you.
Follow the crosses of Mikola East to the grim castle of Enzis.
Thank you, Steven. You get the heart attack first before the DLC. Okay.
And beyond
Thanks,
there,
bud.
to the Shadow
It's good.
Keep.
It's good to get these things
Surely,
lined out.
It is there that our answers lie. I await an audience with thee, should fate follow thy arrival.
Oh.
Love you, Pookie Bear.
So after entering the Mushroom Kingdom and receiving a letter from Bowser, we decide to take a break from our DLC duties by pushing the character creator to its absolute limits beyond the boundaries of God and man.
Okay.
He's just so beautiful, like a sunrise over the crashing waves. Because, as it turns out, my sponsor GamerSubs, wandering merchant of the energy drinks, literally allows me to slander them by creating funny builds and characters based on each of their terrifying flavors.
Nice.
And ever since then, have been begging me to stop. So if you want to know more about how to get energy delivered at a low price, this might not be the right video. Okay, so the first thing on our list is going to be, lean, which definitely does not depict President Joe Biden on it, because if they did, they would receive an actual cease and desist letter from the Department of Homeland Security. It would be really bad if that hypothetically happened. Raw meat.
Oh my God.
Going to be a bit of a big boy today. Has a lot of meat inside of him.
Yes.
I'm taking that to the extreme, by the way. This man has no room for bones. AFK sleep support. Going to be using an arcane sleep build. He doesn't actually do any damage because of his lack of negative side effects. Not really sure what you're supposed to do with this one, honestly. The official Max0r cup, who is unfortunately invisible because you do not know what it looks like yet. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Weird. You get massive pain glow just from painting. Imagine playing this game. Yeah, no doubt. Like playing playing games alone, just using the mouse and doing stuff like that. Like, these fingers will go numb some days. Editing actually begins to hurt after a while. I mean, my God. Can we recommend you? Are you clearing up the long request today? Troy, what I'm doing is earlier today we checked out the newest thing from Bruva, Alfabusa, and then we're checking out this, and I'm going to check the time after we get done with this one and make a determination from there on if I'm going to keep on going or not. But we'll see. We will see. Thanks, bud. I appreciate it. You just got done cleaning up after hosting Thanksgiving? Oh, yeah. That's all. Hosting the first time is always hectic and hair loss inducing. I'm just saying.
For updates on this guy. And last but not least, we have code Max0r with 0 for 10% off GamerSupps purchases, who has a lot of stamina because he is just so healthy.
Yes.
You can find him inside the description of the video. Just please do not tell GamerSupps
Val,
that I'm
what
making
did you
this.
do?
It's going to be our little secret from now on. Moving on across the Great Bridge to the Grand Castle of Enzis. We immediately get distracted with random caves because this game has content again. Can I just blow up the fucking... You know the item is going to be good when it's placed next to 20 explosives.
Yes!
So we make our way over to the scariest location in the entire game.
Lovely.
Featuring a wide variety of hilarious jump scares and funny skeleton boss fights. What the fuck kind of crack they got in the Paris catacombs? You know the item is going to be good when it's placed next to the giant bloodstain. Okay, look, I get this game is supposed to be hard, but
oh my God, Steven.
I can't iframe the ceiling. So after spending 35 hours in the ball-crushing facility, we decide to head south to one of Elden Ring's characteristic, extremely high thermostat dungeons.
Yay.
Where the boiling magma can best be described as a minor inconvenience. Me enjoying the coolest summer for the rest of my life. Yeah, lava in Elden Ring is just like, not a big deal apparently.
Not a
the
big
water's
deal
fine,
at
guys,
all.
I don't know what you're complaining about. What?
Vile Bale!
Is this homeless man okay?
My contempt for you is nigh but poetic.
Oh.
Like that of the great American novel, Moby Dick!
Do you need a hospital?
Just you wait, for I, Egon, will be progressing just south of this very
Oh, thanks for the directions, man. Following in the footsteps of the nearest homeless man, we blindly and uncritically follow his directions straight into 4 hours of hidden content.
Okay.
This is going to be a theme in the future, including his directions that tell us to jump directly into a bottomless pit. That is false advertising.
It is true.
Egon gave me some crazy fucking edibles. It was around this time that the game began subtly suggesting to me that I may wish to come back at a later time.
Yes.
And I chose to ignore it.
Why not?
Oh, this isn't a good place to be. Welcome back, Kalid. We missed you. It's almost as if the game was specifically trying to prevent me from getting here. I just can't get over the fucking... It looks like a joke. Welcome back, Godskin
Oh my
Noble.
God,
we
Steven.
missed you. We got some crazy lore implications right here. Really can't wait for the VOD video on this one. Oh.
Speaking of which, I need to check out some more VOD videos. I need to check some more of that out to get some more Elden Ring lore under my belt. I need to do this.
Is he okay? Does he need a fucking aspirin?
Tarnished one.
Oh God.
Hi.
Do you hunger for the soul of a dragon? For communion with the beating heart of a beast?
Those are kind of expensive, lady.
Then, in exchange for your soul offered to the Drake Flames, I will offer you power.
Oh.
Far beyond what you can imagine.
Oh.
Greater than even the... Are you listening to me?
What?
Never mind, fuck it.
Girl's implying that she actually had to ask. Heading on further over the dragon's extremely detailed feat, this is Miyazaki's vision, guys. You can't make fun of it. We are greeted by the beautiful and enthralling landscape of the southern coast.
Oh, yay.
Realm of contrasting colors and majestic saffron shores. Except the landscape here isn't actually yellow. I'm just fucking with you. Filling our hearts with a profound sense of astonishment and amazement. Holy shit, what is this? Oh, there's a blue area. Oh my God, it's fucking too for it. This is a really beautiful place to die in. Can't wait to see what amazing enemies live in this Oh, not you again. This is the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. We need to leave. Welcome to the Southern Coast.
Yay!
A land comprised of many distinct areas, each with their own unique and stunning color schemes.
Yay!
Including but not limited to the Crimson Countryside.
The Crimson Cringe.
Max0r Abode. The Funny Finger Family. And of course the Secret Green area that no one will tell you about. This one is a Max0r video exclusive. Moving on through the red part of the map while ignoring the various color combinations, we decide to take shelter in the local torture dungeon where we can find the undisputed best item in the entire game.
More jar torture. We're here for that.
3.
The ability to scream. We did this for like 10 minutes. Just do what I do when I have problems. Oh, okay, so this is the, this is the boss? Oh no, I am really intimidated right now. This man's got confidence. Now, out of every horrifying area that we've seen...
I will say this. The landscapes in this are absolutely beautiful. The landscapes in this are absolutely beautiful. Am I still up, guys? Did something happen to the stream? Oh boy. Let me see. I need to play it now. No, I don't.
In this game, the Southern Coast definitely takes the cake in terms of visual splendor, consistently capturing the player's imagination and attention to the detriment of everything else. There are so many beautiful things to see around here, and the only thing that could make it better was if all of them didn't want to kill me.
Yay!
Usually with a very intense immediacy. It's a monkey. You fucking
Oh my god!
You okay, man? You look kinda... I appear to have made a friend. So after engaging in a great deal of monkey business, we ride...
If I was a games developer, I would literally give him the beta for anything that I had and ask him to make a video on it prior to the damn thing going live. Because he would be better PR than anybody I could get my hands on.
To the east of the Cerulean Coast, past the glowing cross where Mikola abandoned his foreskin or something. I don't know, I'm not a lore expert. And pacing along the beach with a suspicious amount of fingers before finally reaching our mysterious destination.
Okay.
And immediately wanting to go back. I am okay with allowing it to remain mysterious.
Holy Jesus Christ! What is all this?
It's the Finger Family. We found the Finger Family, dude.
Yay!
What?
These are the Finger Ruins, where Miyazaki, uncontent with his weird foot fetish, has decided to move on to the next best thing. And even more disturbing than that, these ruins are exclusively occupied by the funny suckmen, who I spent 30 minutes getting sucked by, because this area is just so difficult. Oh my god! What the fuck are you? That is not normal.
No.
I'm just going to forget this place ever existed. Committing to the bit has led me to places that I would not go with a gun. Heading on over to the southernmost edge of the Cerulean Coast, or hypothetically, some other color, we encounter this mysterious giant hole, which, upon further investigation, goes into the ground. Boom! Why is his scream so lifelike? And after a considerable fault in navigation, we descend further into the arcane abyss before finally revealing the secrets within. Fissure Depths, domain of remarkable revelations and sleepy subterfuge, full of
Elden Ring's DLC is getting nominated for Game of the Year. Damn.
Enemies that want nothing more than to give us a nice nap for the rest of our lives.
Yay!
As well as the immortal footprints of the Empyrean Mikola forever inscribed on this enduring cross. I abandon here my love. Yeah, Mikola, I've been there too. I wish I could throw Stephanie into a giant pit. Okay, actually though, that is genuinely concerning. Like, can I have it? This is the EP zone. You can tell because of how relaxing it is, especially when it comes to the giant slug ASMR. This is just genuinely unpleasant to hear. But you know what isn't relaxing? literally everything else. I am here significantly before I'm supposed to be.
Oh
Heading
boy.
further into the mangled mausoleum, we uncover a new weapon with a new status effect called Eternal Sleep, which, in my personal experience, can be applied to most weapons. So after experimenting with a lot of opiates at the hands of the local drug dealers, we encounter a sedated sorority of animals, engaged together in a sleepover so good that they will never wake up again. And I'm gonna say what nobody else is willing to say. America has a fentanyl crisis. Is your first fucking instinct
to... Why? Why did he sneak that in?
To kill all the sleeping animals, dude? Like,
if I can target it, it needs to die.
Blindly accepting the advice of the last guy who died trying, we jump directly into the gaping abyss with absolutely no regard for the consequences. Boom! Is he okay? Eventually leading us to the foundation of the fissure depths, and in turn, the putrescent night. Welcome back, Tree Sentinel. We missed you. This boss is pretty hilarious, not because he holds his attacks until the heat death of the universe, although he does do that, but rather being a literal skeleton riding his own skin, Putrescent Knight has a habit of moving away from you during his only attack windows. And also he's fucking horrifying. No matter what I do, I just cannot seem to hit him, in the same way that I just cannot seem to interpret what I'm currently looking at. This is what happens to your horse when he survives the glue factory. That is not okay. Mom said it's my turn to do the attack combos. Overall, Putrescent Knight truly represents the southern coast, both in terms of its intrinsic beauty and its congenital terror, especially considering the fact that you aren't supposed to go here yet, and the game spent at least 2 hours trying to tell me that. This is all to say that I have dug my grave far too deep to climb out now, and the irony of this setting is not lost on me.
Horse slain.
Tarnished, do you grow weary of this life? Longing to shelter from suffering with eternal sleep?
You know, honestly, I wasn't before, but, then I looked at you.
By tarnished in my juicy nectar, in the velvet embrace of Saint Trina, you lie at peace forever.
Eh?
That just kills you. I guess it was just all a dream. What a lovely NPC, honestly. So after unfortunately suffering an overdose at the hands of the local drug dealers, we decide to head instead to the craggy landscape of the Jagged Peak, which is in fact where I was supposed to go in the first place. A sinister and looming feature of the landscape visible from almost every location. Rumored dwelling of forces most malicious, and home to the funniest wildlife thus seen in the lands between. With our first example being the Jagged Peak Drake, which, despite being a fairly rudimentary fight that we have done 15 times already, implies the existence of a Jagged Peak Josh. I'm just gonna not play this one, honestly. Riding further east along this mountain's broken bluffs and sharp stones, we navigate this dismal and desolate terrain, wondering what stunning content lies just ahead. Only to find 2 more of the exact same dragon, prompting me to immediately terminate my playthrough.
Oh, it's Jagged Peak Drake again. And he's fighting Jagged Peak Josh.
At least I don't have to play the game now. It's almost as if the game was specifically trying to prevent me from getting here. God damn it, not this guy again.
It's the homeless man.
In my unyielding state of rage, you've made me forget the name of the whale in that book.
It's called Moby Dick.
Damn you, Bale! Drake Warrior. Mighty Drake Warrior.
I prefer Kendrick, personally.
Upon the top of this rotten peak lies a dragon most foul.
Most foul.
A dragon who has thus confounded me.
It is Moby Dick.
Rotten, vile, damnable Bale, King of the Jagged Mountain. Slay Bale. Slay him with me.
Okay.
And feast on his heart.
You know what? I'm just not gonna tell you now. So after listening to the ramblings of a homeless man for the several time today, we ascend sharply up the mountain, filled with a new sense of motivation and purpose. Further and greatly emphasized by the hilarious string of Looney Tunes obstacles. Oh my god. It's the best fight in the entire game. The 15th dragon.
Yay!
I'm so grateful they put this here instead of anything else. Fleeing further upwards, surpassing the realm of geographical possibility, we are carried beyond the height of anything seen until now, to a path covered in naught but rugged rocks and ridiculously violent weather.
Yes!
Why is the sky on fire?
It's a gender reveal party, before finally rising to the mighty summit of the
Oh my god, so... When I lived out in Reno, when I first started this channel, we didn't see the sun for 6 months because there were wildfires in Japan, in California that were just, oh man, it was so much smoke. And it started to clear up. And then some idiots decided, let's do a gender reveal party in the drought and fire off fireworks into the desert. What could go wrong? Well, a lot of things went wrong. Thank you, assholes. I couldn't see the stop sign down the road. Thank you, Troy. The homeless guy bought the new Jaguar. Him mad. That commercial was so stupid. It was so stupid. It was just dumb. I didn't even know what they were trying to market me.
Dragon Peak, where we will await the entrance
Thank you,
of
Weird.
a mighty foe.
Oh. It's another dragon.
Curse you, Bale! I hereby vow you will rue this day, for we have come to hunt thee, Bale, your fears made flesh. For I will whittle with holes your rotten eye.
Okay.
Am I even supposed to be here? Here we are, finally fighting Bale the Dread, Twisted King of the Jagged Mountain, or more accurately, watching Egon fight Bale for us. And he's doing a really good job so far. Now, if you weren't already disregarding me as an accurate guide, then let this fight be a lesson to you. Because you are definitely not supposed to win this yet, and I definitely don't care. Genuinely just raw dog this guy for like 4 hours straight.
Miyazaki wants the epileptics in the audience to just die in real life.
God.
Bale the Dragon has a dreadful arsenal of attacks, each one requiring their own reactions and responses, with a consistently small margin of error that will keep you guessing for a very long boss fight, and some of the funniest damage that a nuclear weapon is capable of, including but not limited to swipe attacks, grab attacks, extremist attacks, and a significant amount of the color orange, making for a battle that is as beautifully chaotic as it is violently explosive, because Lord knows this boss fight has plenty of that.
You shall know fear yet.
Egon, can you, like, shut the fuck up soon? This battle truly feels like an epic hunt against the likes of a terrifying beast, with a mesmerizing barrage of blows whose haunting splendor can only be matched by their daunting power, especially when the majority of attacks take out half of my health bar. They got everything right in regards to both presentation and gameplay, but what I didn't anticipate was that they expect the same out of you, putting our patience to the ultimate test while making for a challenge that is so good I forgot that I handicapped myself. You know what, Egon? You can have this one. To put it simply, each moment spent with Bale the Dread is a thrilling dance between life and death, filled to the brim with the desolation of bitter defeat, alongside the thrill of glorious victory.
Yay!
And I made sure to enjoy every single second of it, as long as it fucking takes.
I know, the soundtrack is awesome. Nice. Nice.
That took me 20 hours to make. Hey there guys, Max0r here. Big fan of the concept of music. And as a result of the deal that I made with a wizard.
That's what Egon says in the boss fight. Also what did Jaguar do? They made this really, really weird commercial. And if you weren't told that Jaguar made it, you wouldn't know that it was a Jaguar commercial. It was just really odd. It had people dressed up in like just really weird costumes, like just really weird clothes. It didn't have a point. It was just dumb. It was somebody paid ad money for the equivalent of putting a jar of, like, you could put a jar of Nutella on the screen for 30 seconds, and I know more about Jaguar than I did from this commercial. Only with a jar of Nutella, I'd be hungry, versus the way that Jaguar did the commercial, and my brain was kind of collapsing trying to figure out what I was watching. I'm just saying. It was so weird that it just didn't make any sense. It just did not make sense at all. Like, people were wearing like weird, like, we'll watch it after this. But my God, it was so ridiculous. And I still didn't know what I was being advertised. Like, what are you advertising right now? Moving on.
I am morally obligated to alert you that the song you just heard, and this song, and this song, was all made by a special artist and friend of the channel, Cthulhu Seeker.
Yay!
That is a crazy composer name, who primarily makes covers that sound like sex with Jesus feels. How is this legal to use? And if you happen to be a fan of a game called Elden Ring, which, you know, maybe, then you may be interested in his entire album of synthwave covers specifically for this game, on an actual vinyl record and cassette tape, available in the description store now. Please buy it. It would sound really good if I owned anything. Also, he recently did the exact same thing for an obscure game called Dark Souls 3.
Oh.
So if you're a fan of the music in this video, and also 2 previous videos, take a look at Cthulhu Seeker.
Yay!
His stuff can be found in the description.
It will be in the description below, guys.
So after defeating the vile, loathsome Bale on behalf of the now vaporized Captain Ahab, we move on to the Speargrave Plains once again, continuing across the Great Bridge to the Grand Castle of Ensis. They're very nice people if you get to know them. An impressive and imposing structure standing in the path of the Shadow Keep beyond. And also where I was supposed to go in the first place, but for real this time.
Yay!
Very easy to get distracted in this game. Castle Ensis is a bit of a weird location, and a great way to tell new players that it is time to stop playing now, featuring many twists and turns with the distinct architectural vibes of the once populated Academy of Raya Lucaria, the fate of which I am not currently aware of, except this time featuring so many impaled corpses that it began to destroy my computer. And the 15 particle effect throwers are not fucking helping right now. Here we can acquaint ourselves with the numerous cracked out enemies strewn about these puzzling paths, as well as the population of the starving dog pit. Every single castle has to have one. Making note of its many nuances, right before those nuances, make note of us. I swear to God this guy can be the final boss of this game. You know, I would normally say that this place is pretty cool, but then I found out that they were Redditors. So unfortunately, I have resigned myself to kill everyone inside this goddamn castle, and then move on to the next logical target. Erratically moving onwards in the vague direction of the exit, and acquainting ourselves with the classical Carian hospitality. Only I'm allowed to heal. That is illegal. We ascend to the very center of the Dread Fortress, and consequently to the formidable Twin Moon Knight. Rulana Twin Moon Knight is the very confusingly named Rude Awakening for players of all strides who, in their hubris and pride, thought they would be able to experience the game they bought. Bet you're feeling pretty silly right now. This boss has every single trait that you could possibly consider difficult, with extreme aggression, incredible mobility, an astonishing amount of variation, and to top it all off, just enough magic to make you feel uncomfortable. Meticulously designed in every aspect to induce an instinctive, primordial panic response, and then immediately punish you for it, with the majority of attacks ending with an optional combo extension, which itself can also be extended, so on and so forth.
Lovely.
Like, holy shit, dude, please relax for a second. Proving definitively that the most threatening bosses in the game are not dragons, giants, or lions, but are in fact 9-foot-tall women. What did Miyazaki mean by this? Sorry about what happened to your sister, by the way, and your nieces. The divorce really hit this family hard. So after a long series of lessons on how not to be so terrible, Rulana finally enters Phase 2 by buffing herself in the coolest way that I've ever seen, which, on top of giving her an excessive amount of fiery fury and magic mavings, enables her to use her ultimate signature carry and sorcery. Her massive balls. Yeah, so this fight's gonna take me a second. I have never had so much fun getting obliterated.
This is actually kind of... everything... Okay, so this is the one thing I gotta say about this. This is the one thing I gotta say about this series of games. I have never seen a more beautifully, beautifully crafted set of enemies, of landscapes, anything like this. It's all done so well. The models in this game, the environments, it's just insane. Princess slain. Skadu Altus.
So, you've made it after all. Then I welcome you most dearly to the land of Shadow Altus. Golden.
All right, Vange, you have a nice night, bud.
And yet, eternally marked by our sin.
Yes.
Look over there, Pookie Bear.
Please stop saying that.
To the north lies a fortress known as the Shadow Keep. An oppressive, towering citadel of a war long won. Or long lost. Though, were it not for the charm that kindly Mikola has placed upon me, I too would rip your heart out and kill you.
Oh, okay.
What?
It is how I show affection, honey. Your objective, as is mine, is to enter the confines of the Black Keep, climbing its tallest palisades and reaching the very heart of darkness.
Okay.
Max0r the Impaler lies in its darkest goon cave, waiting for the embrace of a mother who
I
will
love the fact she couldn't get to the end of that line.
never return. He is what is required for us to reach kindly Mikola, for us to witness the power of a living god, for us to finally officiate our marriage.
Excuse me, lady?
Kindly Mikola was thee who shipped us tarnished. It must happen.
What?
You cannot fix me. And I want at least 12
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna work on the keep thing now.
Oh yeah. This isn't gonna end with a stalking thing. It's not gonna end with a stalking thing at all. It's not gonna be terrifying whatsoever.
Welcome, everyone, to the scarred and radiant landscape of Skadu. It's pronounced Shadow Altus. A
There we go.
beautiful domain of golden glades and horrifying hollows, punctuated occasionally by the gigantic bear attacks.
Yay!
Because we have done a very bad job of preventing forest fires. A place well kept within the shadows of the Shadow Keep. And most importantly, fabled home of the ancient and revered technique of beating the shit out of people with your bare hands.
Yay!
And no, I do not mean the actual bare hands.
Oh,
That
okay.
is different, apparently.
Okay.
I would genuinely be embarrassed if I was killed by this. Like, imagine dying to a bear.
A dark circle won't stop that monster! I'm running for my life!
It's Volley Bear.
Heading to the north,
Nice.
we come across this secret cave, leading us to a secret path, very, very far to the east, to the extent that it is disturbing, before finally reaching the headwaters of the Scorpion River, which is seemingly called that for no particular reason. This is the most horrifying thing I've seen in my life, and is home to a fan-favorite selection of enemies here on tour from the charming land of Caelid.
Yay!
Everyone's favorite enemies.
Yes, it's the cum shrimps.
Just
What? Wait.
don't go to the Scorpion River.
Wait, what?
And definitely don't go to the funny Deathblight catacombs that were extremely bugged in co-op.
Oh, you gotta be.
Oh my fucking god. Bro is not okay.
Let's do.
No.
What? What the fuck? Squidward, if you get blasted, we are going to die.
What makes you say that?
You guys are freaking out over nothing. What the hell you gotta be afraid of in here? Always happy to help, buddy. Shadow Altus is home to many a mysterious location, with some of the highlights including such scenes as the big fort with a giant dead body pit. But to get to my favorite location in these luminous landscapes, we must head below the buried ruins of Morth and emerge deep within the confines of the very normal village with a minor obsession with arts and crafts, second only to their obsession with sharpening their tools as much as humanly possible. Watch, he's gonna do it again. There he goes. Oh, there he goes again. Okay, he's getting some space. Why? Sharpening the sword.
Yes.
He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's gonna make sure his sword is.
Yeah.
Gotta love me some of that lore-accurate kitchenware. So after a few minutes of watching a bunch of naked men straight up jork it, we follow the bridge northwards through the darkest forest in all of Skadu Altus, dodging a series of
Teleton, what's up, bud? It's been a bit.
Familiar encounters before finally finding ourselves approaching the cathedral of Max0r.
Max0r, yes.
So here we have a wonderful selection of NPC companions, such as the mentally stable man, who, if you so choose, leads you down an unsettling questline, whose purpose is to reveal the secret truth hidden just beyond the stars, eventually unveiling the dark underlying reality sitting within the very heart of the deformed finger dimension. What the fuck are they putting in Japan's drinking water? We also have this cool guy named, he's Sauron. It's literally just Sauron.
Yeah, it looks like it.
How am I supposed to take this seriously? So after our incredible meeting with the Finger family final boss, we decide to head to the north of Skadu Altus, riding through the ominous Black Gate and into the very, very long tunnel, before finally emerging within the confines of the Shadow Keep. Dark fortress of eternal occupation.
Hooray!
Oppressive hold of Max0r the Impaler.
Yay!
And specifically the very bottom of the Shadow Keep. This is just like a genuinely massive game. Like, can I have my life back, please? Now, Shadowkeep is actually accessible from two completely different angles. The side entrance, beginning in the Church District, leads both high above this tower's soaring walls and down below to a variety of beautiful and diverse ways to die, each of which I will be returning to when I remember to do them. And the main entrance, starting with a steep ascent, leads us into the depths of the Citadel itself.
Yay!
But in order to access this rambunctious route, we have to first prove ourselves against the randomly placed hippo exhibit.
Oh my god.
No evil fortress is complete without one.
Oh. Oh, what? Is that a hippo?
Yeah, they just keep a hippo in the basketball court, dude.
Yeah, why not?
It's Super Sonic the Hedgehog.
I was about to say it's a porcupine hippo. That's a horrible day.
As you can probably tell by this point, Shadowkeep is not so much of a fortress or castle, as much as it is an insane version of Lanedale. And that was an entire metropolitan area, with numerous complex interconnected paths leading both outside the castle and within.
Yes.
And outside the castle, and within again. It's really hard to tell if you're getting lost. Welcome to the evil place where all of the bad people live, as opposed to Scotawaltis, which only contains very nice people in it.
Yes,
Here we
the
can
Volibear.
familiarize ourselves with Shadowkeep's many distinct locations, and subsequently its very distinct residents, which can range from a series of unique and challenging Fire Knights, all the way over to the paraplegic gravity wizard riding a pig, which I thought was a pretty fun fight, and would be even more enjoyable if I remembered how I got here. Every single copy of Elden Ring is personalized, and this one is trying to give me a stroke.
Nice.
Miyazaki intended for him to move at that speed.
Troy, this is what men need to do to get a date these days. Oh God, it's difficult out there. It's difficult out there, guys. It's difficult.
It is
Thank you, Troy. The things you have to do. My God.
Rolling further onward at an appropriate speed, we progress further into the Black Bastion by ascending into the Specimen Storehouse, an amazing and aloft archive containing all of the charismatic megafauna that Max0r the Impaler was very nice to, which is why everyone in Bellerot was so welcoming to me. This area is extremely confusing, almost as confusing as my video structure, with some paths guiding us high above this looming library, eventually culminating in the discovery of a secret elevator, one that takes us all the way back down to Scotawaltis again. So that's how I got here. While others lead to some incredibly important lore revelations.
Tarnished, you're finally here.
Oh.
I have a secret plot twist to tell you that will surely have great
God damn it,
story
not you guys
implications.
again. I
seek to address
just want to have a conversation, man.
surrounding the late Lord mode.
How would this many people following me? I blame you for this. This is it, guys. This is the joke that I've been setting up the entire video.
Okay.
It's time for us to climb the giant feet. This is a mandatory part of the level. Miyazaki wanted this for you.
Uh-huh.
Why are you laughing, Max?
Oh, you don't want to know, man. It is a From Software secret. Okay, so it turns out that the bats can't actually hit you so long as you remain in the fetal position. The only problem with this strategy is that you can never escape. This is just my life now. Hot jump scare. Therapy isn't enough, man. He needs to be shot.
Nice. Excellent chat. This is amazing, guys. This is so damn cool. I swear Max0r is quite literally the best editor on YouTube. Excellent chat, man. Hello.
Thou art tarnished, it seems.
I'm a snake.
Please don't pay attention to him.
Who are you?
I'm a snake.
See, you did it again. I don't like that. But if one so bereft of light must know the name of his demise, then let it be so.
Okay.
For in the words of Mother Marika, was my crusade ordained. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Max0r's flame.
Max0r the Impaler, Grim King of the Shadowlands, and the world's most unfortunate incel, trapped in the darkness of his goon cave, is here to show us that those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Max0r's flame. Or so he tells us every single time we die to him. And at this point he seems kind of bored of it. This is the only major boss fight in the game where the first phase is harder than the second, with most of his moves acting as very thorough explanations. autism be damned, my man can cook a fucking shish kebab. You see, on a fundamental level, Max0r is both extremely simple and quite complicated.
Right.
Simple in that we are fighting a straightforward duel with an intuitive yet rapid moveset, and complicated in that every single attack is its own unique psychological torment, demanding and necessitating a great deal of discipline, where even the slightest hint of panic immediately results in death. This guy just does not know when to stop. It is actually getting funny at this point. Almost always engaging us in extremely long combos where every other attack is laced with gunpowder.
Good
If the player
God.
is able to dodge his excessive onslaught, Max0r offers generous and ample openings, sometimes in the middle of mix-ups, before winding up another flurry and beginning the process all over again. Which is, of course, assuming that the combo is actually going to end. Max0r, you need to put that snake away. There are children here.
I'm a snake.
Shut the fuck up! With hilarious belligerence and range that is not to be underestimated, combined with a large and varying skill set, this boss makes for a fight that is as beautifully fun as it is incredibly sleek. Max0r has the oppression of Renala, the spectacle of Bale, the good looks and charm of Rykard, and the smoothness of Radigan, all coming together in this one ridiculous battle that I genuinely cannot stop playing. No, seriously, I would like to beat it now. Combining to make for an outstanding game of skill with a great deal to love and one very good reason to hate.
No, no, no. This can't be happening. I suffered hundreds of years to be king of ashes.
Problem.
Oh, mother, if I must be forsaken so,
Problem.
then forgive me. This one indulgence. Soon tarnished, wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent.
Okay.
Shore of light. Over and over again.
I have no words. I have no words for this. I have no words for this.
I'm maybe halfway through the DLC.
Oh my god. Cottontail VA, yeah. Tom Shock, Wes, Ashley Heather Quills, Tash Ritter, McCrackle, Boo the Bow the Whale. I can't. Sorry about that. I hit a wrong button there. Only halfway through the DLC he is. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Hold on a second. What did you send me? What did you send me about? What did you send me? Hold on. Let me take a look. Oh. Thanks, Farted. Appreciated it, bud. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. What do we got here? Hold on a second. I'm taking a look at something here. Oh, I don't think I can take a look at it right now because I am on stream. Yeah, I am on stream. I am on stream right now. I'll have... Oh, wait. What is this? There we go. Fears to Fathoms. Fears to Fathom Woodbury Getaway. What is this? What is this, Valk? Oh, God. Warpugs. Max0r is the best editor on YouTube. Flat out. Flat out. There is nobody better. There is no one better. Like, if I had a game studio, I would bring them in, give them a beta key, and wait for his video to come out before I released, because he does such a good job of not only just making somebody laugh, but showing off the absolute visuals of this game. It is so amazing how good he is at showing off, quite simply, everything there is to see for a game. Like, there is, every single time I have seen something from Max0r, it has been a masterclass in editing, in just sheer editing ability. And the shots that he picks, the meticulous way he goes about doing his videos, it's absolutely amazing. Steven, you have a wonderful night, bud. Jack, boss, would Corn be okay with a psyker who only used the powers of button? He wouldn't be okay with a psyker at all, dude. He wouldn't be a psyker at all. He wouldn't be okay with a psyker at all. But Max0r is so good at what he does. His comedic timing, he has the perfect voice for doing literally anything, but his comedic timing just takes it to a whole different level. Warpugs, I wish I had whatever computer he runs this on, because my God, the ability of that thing to withstand punishment is insane. My computer has trouble with what I do to it. I couldn't imagine doing what Max0r does to his computer. Oh my God. This was just absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Thank you, Galaxy Wide. Let me see. Well, back to my RL10 Shot Tree Blessing run of Elden Ring DLC. May Zekel Zaki spare my soul. I'm going to need a happy Thanksgiving and good night. And you will not get me to say the Tau or my... You will just won't get that at all. That won't happen for you. I'm sorry. No. Warpugs, I'm going to bring this particular part to a close. I'm going to get up in a few seconds here and talk to the wife. But first, like as soon as I bring this thing to a close, I'm going to make sure that we're gonna check that out. That is some ridiculousness. But if you're watching the video, of this that I'm putting out later, check the links in the description below for all of Max0r's links, including the links for the album. And I will hope to see you guys next time. Now, let's show you this Jaguar ad, because it is so ridiculous. Look at this. Now tell me at what point you know what is being advertised here. Look at this. I'm gonna mute it. What is this? What is this supposed to be? What the what is that? What is that? What is that? What is this even supposed to be? I'm going to replay that. Look at this. What's being advertised here? What is this? And let me just say, whatever these people are interested in, I want nothing to do with it, okay? Because this is honestly what it looks like if the Mickey Mouse Club took over the planet, all right? I don't understand. This guy looks vaguely concerned. I'm not sure, I'm just not sure what in the hell this is supposed to look. What is this? I don't understand. I don't care. Yeah, it blows my mind. It blows my mind in so many ways. I don't want to know. I don't think I need to know. I need a detailed description of what the hell is wrong with people. Yeah, it is. It's got to be the towel. It's got to be the towel. They either did too many drugs of the wrong kind. You're not even kidding about that. You're really not. It is so weird. It is so just weird. There is like legit.
No car. I don't get it.
No. This is what happens when. This is what happens when you're so stuck up your own ass. This is what happens when you're this completely stuck up your own ass. Like, how blisteringly ridiculous is this? It is just stupid. It's just stupid. What are you advertising? Who are you advertising to? Those are the basic questions anytime you're putting together an ad campaign. What are they advertising here? What are they advertising here? Because whoever made this, I don't want anything to do with them. Because apparently, they were on enough fentanyl to come up with this stupidity of an idea. Loyal, there is good press, there is bad press, and then there is press for all the wrong reasons. okay, for all the wrong reasons. And you can quite simply put out something that detracts from your brand, that hurts your brand, okay? And I can't see this helping their brand at all, because this is just asinine. When I first saw this, I was thinking that it was for a clothing line. Some sort of bizarre clothing line. That's what I thought. War Pugs.
Okay, apparently, I looked it up.
Yeah?
Apparently, it says Jaguar is collaborating with a collective of original creators across the arts, exploring new perspectives and challenging boundaries.
But how does that help them make a good car?
I'm just telling you, like...
Yeah, well, Jaguar is a car company. That's
yeah,
they make.
Apparently, all these creators are supposed to help design a car.
I do not want to drive whoever designed this ad. I don't want to drive their car. It's not even being avant-garde, Trip. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. I don't so this is, and like I said, this is what happens when you get your head just caught way up your own ass. That's what's happened here, more than anything. More than anything. Hey, Repressed, MasterCard Priceless campaign has some good ones, particularly the Intercom one. I know the ad campaign you're talking about. I remember that. I remember the best ads that came out, as far as like the best ad campaigns always have to have some sort of humor in them.
I like the old Spice.
Well, Old Spice commercials, yes, but at the same time, this... I understand that you're trying to show how trendy and blah, 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 and out of the box and blah, blah, blah that you are, but this is just not the route to go. This is actually annoying in how pretentious it is. Does that make sense? It's so pretentious, it's actually annoying. Because what I'm supposed to go out and... I'm done talking about this. It tells you nothing. If you saw this, the only reason that you would know about Jaguar is if you already knew about the company beforehand.
Yeah, I found that out from the Jaguar website.
Period.
What the hell is that?
Period. Like some of the best commercials for me, were the late 90s Toyota commercials. There was this one where this girl was screaming at a camera saying her boyfriend doesn't spend time with her, blah, 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 this, and her friends are up there getting ready to push this pretty perfect truck down a cliff. They push it down a cliff, and it hits the ground on its wheels and is completely unscathed. And that was the perfect commercial for me. And there's ways to do, sleek and elegant commercials too. There's ways to do that, but this is just
weird.
This is just cracked out.
What the car's gonna look like.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's so bad.
Everything in this commercial is gonna look like crap.
It's so bad. It just sucks. Look at Japan's long ads. Ugh. I don't even want to know, dude. I don't even want to know. Okay, so I am going... No, you want to know one of the... Oh, never mind.
Now I want to see the long.
Okay, so let me say this. Okay, let me say this. there was a commercial that came out, and at first I was like, God, this is cheesy. But then I sat there and started thinking about it. I thought it was like a genius piece of marketing. And at first I was like, God, why would you want people to think about this? And then I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. It was a Subaru commercial. And the only thing people said during this commercial was they lived. And the first thing you see is a Subaru that looks like it's been put... It looks like it was dropped from a crane into Wes Craven's Nightmare and then hit by a semi at 80 miles an hour. It looked tore up. And the only thing people said was they lived. And I was thinking, God, why would you want somebody to think about that? Until you sit there and are like, what if somebody is concerned about auto accidents? They see this commercial. They're worried about keeping their family safe, blah, 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 this. This is the perfect commercial for them. This is the perfect commercial for them. Who the hell is this commercial for? That's the question.
California.
It's like somebody who just dropped about 20 pounds of LSD, and yes, I said pounds. All right, guys.
You wouldn't see that commercial out here.
No, it's just so weird. It's so unusual. Okay, so give me about 2 seconds to reset over here. I'm going to talk to the wifey. I'm going to talk to the wife here for a few seconds, and then I'll be back with everybody. I'll be right back, guys.
You should do that because they would probably enjoy that.
Maybe. We'll find out. We'll find out. So, long man.
Long man.
Long man. All right, why not?
About to die and I can't watch anymore.
Yeah. So, we're going to check out the long man commercial. And then I'm going to call it a night because, the hospital's phone's about to die and she's hungry and we haven't eaten today, so we're going to go do that. This is going to be cursed. Guys, the long man commercial. I swear the Jaguar commercial's giving me hives. I don't even know how I wound up getting into the middle of this, but hey, long man. Let's go. Warpugs. It's time for a Japanese commercial. Hooray.
どうしたの？
トールさんが避ける組咲いてる時の顔が好き。
そう？
もっと長く見てたいな。
Long man.
危ないねあの人。避ける組隊長い避ける組。
キリンさんが見てって流さる。こっちはゾウさんだ。
ちーちゃんは長いのが好きなんだね。
別に意識してるわけじゃないけど。
気のせいか。
Long man.
前にも言ったねあの長い人。避ける組隊長い避ける組。出先で避ける組のマンゴー見つけてさ。
This is absolutely fantastic.
バイク便で送ったから。そろそろ吹くと思うよ。
すごいタイミング。
サインお願いします。
Long man.
ちーちゃん聞こえてる？
あ、 届いたよ。ありがとう。
マンゴー味珍しいからたくさん買ったんだ。今度2人で食べようね。おーい、ちいちゃん。避ける組対長い避ける組。
それ触ってみてもいいですか？
どうぞ。
長い。これどうやって咲くんですか？
こんな風に。
ダメ。
すいません。
Oh my god, really? Oh, thank you, Repressed. Go to sleep watching the Trunk Monkey campaign from the Super... I know that one! The chaperone one is priceless. Take care, my friend. You have a nice one. You have a nice one, Repressed. Oh my god. No. Suffer, Hobbit.
電話出ないから心配になって。
ちょっと寝込んでて。
これ持ってきたから一緒に食べよう。
今日は。ちょっと待って、今はダメ。
Oh my god.
あいつが来てたんだ。
違うの。
避ける組対長い避ける組。ちいちゃん、どうして俺じゃなくてこいつなんだよ。
それは。
ああ、そうかい。長けりゃいいのかい。ビロービロー。
やめて、グミがかわいそう。
ビローよ。
She's out. Oh no. Chi-chan.
てごめん。実は私もう長くないの。だから長いものを見ると安心できるの。
ちいちゃん。
No.
どうしてそんな猿芝居したの？目移りするのチーの悪い癖だよ。
だって長いんだもん。
長さに騙されてんじゃねえよ。避けるグミ一袋分並べていくと、ほら同じ長さになるの。食べやすいようにわざわざ切ってあるんだよ。
Oh no.
トールさん優しい。
Yes, he was.
長い避ける組。ちいちゃん聞いてもいい？
This is the dumbest commercial, but it's also the best commercial. This is so fucking dumb. I love this.
何？
プロポーズってどんな風にされたい？正直に言ってごらん。
フラッシュモブは嫌かな。なんかこっぱずかしいし、フラッシュモブ以外は。
Oh my god, really?
ちいちゃん、僕と結婚。
Long, long, my
耳長っ。避ける組対長い避ける組。ちいちゃん。
ダメ。結婚式までお預け。
シェー。おやすみ。
おやすみ。
シートベルトお締めください。
long, long, my
どちらまで？
どうして？
は？
すいません。やっぱり忘れられない。
避ける組対長い避ける組。
My god.
叫んじゃねえぞ、はたぼうよ。
long, long.
This is so ridiculous. This is the dumbest thing ever. No.
避ける組対長い避ける組。
私、長い間あなたのこと待ってたの。トールさんごめんなさい。私のことは忘れて。分かったでしょ？私はひどい女なの。
ああ、もうやだ。どうしていつも俺の前に現れるんだよ。一目見た時から君のことが。
long, long,
Oh my god.
トール君俺嘘だろ
高いったのにどうして
僕らはきっと分かり合える触ってみてもいいですかきっとみんな分かり合える避ける組長い避ける組
That's perfect. It's stupid, but that's the best part. Eternal Crusader, you need your Primarch. Still a better love story than Twilight. Warpugs, I have seen the end of the road. And all I can hear is somebody going, long, long man. I have nothing. Whoever thought of that?
That was funny.
That was funny. That was funnier than hell. Okay, I know it was extremely painful. I would love to see them do the next Jaguar commercial. They do a better job. Oh. Still a better love story than Twilight. A much better love story than Twilight. Warpugs, I think I'm going to call it to close. I think I'm going to call everything close tonight. I know. Guys. Wow. You should look up Sega to Senesha commercials. Their mascot for the Sega set. Nice, Cannonball. Guys, tomorrow I'm going to be doing shenanigans at regular time. Don't know what else to say, guys. X in chat if you had a good time. X in chat if you had a good time. I'm going to be taking I'm going to be, uploading these, uploading things from the stream to, for Saturday. Because Saturday I'm taking the day completely off. I'm taking all that completely. I'm not logging into anything on Saturday. I'm not doing anything on Saturday. I'm taking it completely away. And we're gonna have our Turkey Day then, guys. Turkey and TV. But until then, guys, I'm about to get off of here and go eat some dinner, and yeah, it's going to be a whole thing. I'm planning on taking doing some build up. I might do something like this in the future because I do want to get into fishing up here, Slacker. I really do want to get into fishing because there's trout fishing and it's a beautiful environment and I just haven't spent enough time in it. So guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good time tonight, and one thing I just want everybody to remember, just like for me, about this time a few years ago, well, not a few anymore, a long time ago, it was Thanksgiving. I was stuck on a base, walking to the end of a pier where it was cold, just dreary as all hell, and it was a very, very depressing time for me. And so,
Now you have me.
and now I'm more depressed.
Oh, shut up.
But I just want everybody to take a minute today and just remember that there are people out there right now who can't spend the holidays with their families, who for them their holiday is going to be something they're going to try to not think about. Just remember there are people out there that are missing this time with their family for various reasons. And just keep those people in your thoughts. And whatever you're doing, do something a little bit extra for them. Warpugs, I'm going to head out from here. Thank you guys for watching, spending some time with me. And I will catch you guys next time.